Here we go. So the first thing we've got to do is some level ups. These happened right at the end when we took down a bunch of Mechanicus boys who were causing issues. Each stack of beacon increases armor and parry by 1%. It's not that great. Oh, so my off-stream playthrough, by the way, my Heretic playthrough, now has 3 operatives. I'm really high up again. Now has 3 operatives in the party, all of whom have the tactical advantage ability that buffs armor. And I'm routinely getting even the most lightly armored members of my party over 100% armor every battle. It's a bit nutty. Hey, Tomo, how you doing tonight? Yeah, there is game sound. There's just nothing going on at the moment. There is, but there isn't. Which is the thing that definitely makes sense. Cool. Yeah, good. Right, Wall of Ferrocrete now adds plus 6 temp wounds to allies. I'm trying to decide what this Vanguard really needs at the moment. Interesting. Interesting, maybe. Defensive Comrade. Doopy-doo. There's lots and lots of Vanguard abilities that I have not been using at all. Can I get... Wait. I'm level 20. So I can get Psi Rating 2, which means I'll be able to get... as my next ability, I'll be able to get... is it Time Warp? Let's do it again. And now a common talent as well. Love that. I've already got Power Weapon Expert, haven't I? To make that Thunder Hammer hit even harder. I could do a straight up It Will Not Die for another 11 wounds. Put me up to 70 base. 70, yeah, that would be quite strong. Interesting. Grab more strength. Can't hurt. Really. A lot of base skills. So just picked up the Psi Rating 1. I've got Blade of Light, so if a force weapon comes along, if there is a force hammer in this game, I'm absolutely going to be using it and nothing else. Unfortunately, the force weapons seem very rare, understandably. Squareman, thank you for the 100 bits. Cheers for your cheer. Dink! You absolutely wonderful bean, you. Cheers, cheers. Hey, Fowl, how you doing tonight? Whenever they heal themselves, whenever anyone's got a psychic power on them, they get toughness, which is quite nice. Corpus conversion. That's the one that can save his life, isn't it? Oh, no. Psyker's next psychic power that targets only the target with corpus conversion will work as if the Psyker's Psi rating is 2 higher. Interesting. So if an ally kills an enemy in melee and then I buff them, the buff is way more powerful. Very good, thanks, Val. Very good. It's Thursday. We're getting close to the end of the week. I have been playing a Diablo-style mod pack for Skyrim VR off-stream. I say I'm doing it off-stream because it crashes quite frequently because it's 853 mods on a Skyrim VR installation, which understandably crashes now and then, weirdly. So, I mean, Adrenaline Surge, free Biomancy in the first turn is probably not a bad idea. Yeah. What do we reckon? What about some of these? Tenacity, once per combat when they get stunned, blinded, or immobilized, they ignore it and get 20% as temporary wounds. Wounded Beast, every injury increases their agility and willpower. That's an awful idea. I don't want to be deliberately stacking injuries on him. Oh, plus 10% crit chance for axes, hammers, and las weapons. Yes, because it's a thunder hammer. So there you go, there's another 10% crit for him. Easy peasy. Right, you are now Melter Gun, aren't you? Yeah, so we made him Plasma Melter. So I've got to remember that when I'm making my choices. Any of the cool Pascal abilities still available that we want. Melee attacks. Gains bonus to dodge reduction and parry reduction with melee weapons, and if an enemy dodges or parries, then the bonus is doubled. I like that so much of his stuff goes off intelligence bonus, because it means you can just unreasonably stack. How is Enshrouded stacking up at the moment, Fal? I haven't picked it up yet myself. I do intend to play it, but probably a bit later now. It's just the way it looks like. Acceleration protocols. 6 movement points in the first round of combat, and every successful melee attack grants him more movement points for the next round. That's not awful. That's not awful. He's got Steel of the Forge, and I think he's wearing heavy armor, right? Equipment 55%. I'd say that's heavy. I want him to wear power armor. I hope that there is power armor that he can wear, because it will make me so very happy. Whenever an ally kills prey, we get half the bonuses. That might be worth it, because then we can mark stuff as prey, and it doesn't matter who kills it, Pascal still gets some bonus. Whenever prey is killed, all enemies around it have their agility reduced, and agility commands dodge, and initiative and reaction. Okay. Whenever they gain a crit, they get 3% armor pen. Not bad. Whenever they score a crit, the target's armor is reduced. That's nicer. That's the better version of that, as far as I'm concerned. Because that just increases his armor pen by 3%, but that reduces their armor by at least 6%. Which is nice. Found it quite enjoyable. The voxel damage is very nice. Nice. Yeah, I've heard that is a good part of it that works quite well. That's good. That's good. I will probably... I mean, I will certainly pick it up at some point, right? Whenever an enemy is killed by a critical hit scored by the bounty hunter or their ally, the bounty hunter gains plus twice the enemy's difficulty tier damage for 2 rounds. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh. Ooh, whenever they're attacked in melee, they automatically dodge it and move 1 cell away from the enemy, not provoking attack of opportunity. That's really nice, actually, that is. Not bad, loving the glider. And problem is the multiplayer is still not sorted. Spike and you were playing earlier and the server's complaining a lot. That sucks. That's unfortunate, because I think Enshrouded is another of those games that I'm looking forward to playing multiplayer in, and I'm hearing that the most issues with it at the moment are about the multiplayer, so that's unfortunate. I'm going to take this one. Whenever the bounty hunter scores a critical hit, target's armor is reduced by a bunch until the end of combat. Or do I? Because I kill things so fast that debuffing them doesn't seem worth it. That would be why this one's better, I guess, because then it's him gaining the armor pen permanently, and that will affect the whole rest of combat, even after this enemy dies. I see that. Class system seems pretty good, although I haven't got that far into it yet. Noted. Okay. Got that. Call the bold. Claim and maim. If claim the bounty kills an enemy, the bounty hunter's next attack will be a crit. Okay. Savor the kill. Whenever prey that is not being trailed, and I don't have any trailing ability, is killed by an ally, the bounty hunter gains an extra turn with half their MP and AP, but can't attack during that turn, so it's not as good then. Hey Maury, doing pretty well. We're just trying to figure out how to level up our bounty hunter, bro. He's still not very good. This is the problem. This is the issue I'm having. Expert Finesse. Whenever he kills an enemy whose difficulty tier is 4 or higher, he immediately reloads his weapon and attacks the closest enemy in line of sight. Like, that's not bad. It's like Valheim, though, in that you can take your character to whatever server with whatever gear you have on. Oh, interesting. I think, again, though, that has benefits and drawbacks, as far as I'm concerned. The whole Valheim system of being able to take your character with all their gear and everything onto other servers, kind of laughs in the face of progression on some levels, but I can see the benefit in it in other ways. I'm going to get that, so that if an ally takes out one of the prey, at least we get some bonus for it. More tech use, because he should always be getting tech use. Bit of a double-edged sword. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Right, Juliet. With your assassin ability, what can we get? And I'm kind of thinking about what's already making her do lots of damage and seeing if we can come up with a way to improve that. What was the one that increases lethality? Lethality heightens. Yeah, whenever she deals 5 or more direct damage to an enemy with a single attack, which she does a lot, she gets plus 10 lethality. And that lethality is what's making Killing Edge do so much damage. For me, pushing past Spike is always a massive bonus, though. That's fair. That's fair. I think everyone's always got that one overwhelming reason why a certain thing is better. Right? Perfect opening. Chance to deal a lot more damage to an opening. We'll take it. We'll take it with him. That sounds good. Cassia! What can you do? Every enemy killed by her increases their resolve, which generates more momentum, which gives her more stacks. Did see Spike had a bit of a griefer issue on the server before he put the password on. That sucks. That's not ideal, is it? Not what you want. So I'm looking for things that ideally, increase resolve or generate momentum. The beginning of the Master Tactician's turn if their momentum. Burst fire or area attack. Nope. I don't know. Area attack? Do we think that her lidless gaze counts as area attack in this respect? Don't know. It's hard to know. First ability they use after the first heroic act in combat will cost 0 action points until the end of combat. Interesting. If the Master Tactician or the Master Tactician's ally use any consumable item or reload a weapon, they gain 2 stacks of tactical advantage. We don't use that much of that in combat, though. That's the problem. Ooh. Whenever we spend tactical advantage stacks on abilities, our crit damage increases by 1% per stack. So when we're doing those big hits, if they crit, they're going to hit even harder. Stacking the deck might currently be the win for me. That might be the win. Strong point. Finish the job. Yeah, I think stacking the deck. For every enemy hit by him, they get a stack. All their abilities work as though they add Fellowship. Fellowship more stacks, which isn't bad. Let's go with stacking the deck, and then I think for the next one we'll either get Hidden Advantage or Joint Offensive. You need Persuasion, which puts you up to like 100 Persuasion, which is a terrifying number. We're going to be so persuading. So persuading. Right, Grand Strategist. You're the one that you're probably the character I like the least at the moment. I'm gonna level with you. I'm just not feeling much of the Grand Strategist stuff at all. But a thought occurs because it really depends on what counts as an extra turn. So Cassia gets buffed anytime anybody gets to take an extra turn. And some of these abilities that you can use on the zones, essentially, they let your teammates, they give them some MP to use immediately, and it's we need to test whether that counts as an extra turn. Crossfire zone, using a stratagem on the front line area, grants allies dodge against other allies' attacks. +3 deflection against the next melee hit. Okay. Guy came in and built a certain shaped item. Well, you'd be disappointed if nobody did it. At some point. I swear every one of these games where you can where you can build stuff, right? Someone does it eventually. Someone guaranteed. So that lets everyone move 1 cell. I don't think that's enough. Not like you really grief since it's co-op. Yeah, fair. Fair. Improvised strategy, sniping zone, fire at will. Disputed zone, strategic offensive, yeesh. All allies in the rear are healed. Inescapable. Rerolls forced by kill zone. There's so many of these. Okay. Nothing that would like grant another turn. This is the thing. This is what I'm trying to get at. And I don't think there was anything that buffed willpower off the top of my head, because that would be the other way that we can make Cassia stronger. So what we look then instead at is what can we do to make Owlcat stronger, because those are our two key players when it comes to damage at the moment. Allies in the same combat area get perception and agility. That one. Yes. Because you put her and Owlcat in the same combat tactics area. Owlcat gets bonus agility, which increases her dodge, which increases her lethality. So that's what you want. And plus it means everyone in the same zone as her has more dodge, which is never a bad thing. So tragically, the Mechanicus bros that we just annihilated really didn't give us much in the way of good gear. I am holding quite a lot at the moment. It's because I'm super unwilling to let go of it.
I need to find the answers.
Anyway, back to the bridge after the little Mechanicus fight. Oh yeah, and we also made them schlep the whole length of the ship, didn't we? Because we were feeling spiteful after they insisted that they dock. Ask permission next time. So rude. Yeah, there was a big Mechanicus bro whose Goliath combat harness was malfunctioning, and he went a bit nuts, tried to attack us, so we had to put him down. Had to put him down. And then his buddy turned around and went, do you know what? Maybe you're not so bad. I've had an epiphany. There you go, Fal. So, you know, if it's normally you, then someone else has... What you're going to see that as is someone else has come in and helped with your role. Right. On to our capital world. Oh, what's going on here? The palace or the administratum? I mean, let's land at the palace first. That's where the mission is. We're taking the usual reprobates. Don't forget to put on the heart-shaped pendant you got from your agri-world you got Bob from. Oh, we did get one, didn't we? Did we equip it? Maybe not. We'll find out. I'll do it as soon as we have control in this area, because I bet there'll be some sort of cutscene first. Yep. Foul. Nice. Long live the rogue trader. What are you whispering about? What are you whispering about? Hmm? You planning something? You planning to do something stupid? Are we going to get attacked on yet another procession? I swear we can't have a procession in this game without something attacking us. Honestly. It's a touch ridiculous. The walls were still bleeding. I can't help but notice that that is an effect that seems to be following us everywhere we go. The Emperor protects. Welcome home, your lordship. The stately woman in a long, full-dress uniform makes a graceful curtsy. Her short, greying hair does not obscure her stern features. I am Clementia Wasserian, Court Chancellor of the Von Valentius dynasty. On behalf of all of Dargonus, please accept my dearest condolences on the untimely passing of Theodora von Valentius. Her departure is a terrible blow to us all, but as one star expires, another always flares to life. That is not true at all. And though still overcome with bitterness and grief, your subjects hope that you will become the Trade Dynasty's guiding light in these trying times. Clementia. Abelard offers a reserved nod. She nods in return, and the lines on his brow soften ever so slightly. The young man quickly brings a respirator to his burnt face and bows his head courteously. His raven-black hair veils his burns and skull implants, and his thin metal fingers creak quietly as he offers a welcoming gesture. Achilles Scalander, Secretary at the Administratum Department. I hope your journey to Dargonus was not darkened by unwanted troubles. We had some incidents, but those are irrelevant at this moment. I'm not going to play it down. Some shit's happened on the way over here. Quite right, your lordship. What happened cannot be changed, but you still have great deeds ahead of you, so let us look to the future with hope in our hearts. Does your lordship wish to survey the grounds, or perhaps we could sate your curiosity by answering any questions you might have? Governor Urban Drivestem has been notified of your arrival on Dargonis and will visit the palace shortly. The preparations for the official visit are well in hand, but your lordship still has plenty of time before the meeting. Hold on, Clementia. What did you say their last name was? Clementia nods politely. You heard correctly, your lordship. I am of House Wasurian, Lord Abelard's granddaughter and direct descendant. Ah, family thing. The succession of service is an effective good. It grants new generations understanding of their function within the mechanism. Chancellor Wasarian has held her position at the Von Valencia's court for many years. She earned Lord Captain Theodora's respect through acts of great perseverance. There's no room for doubt. Blood had nothing to do with it. The Emperor blesses those who strengthen humanity's domain through their deeds. You have reason to be proud of your progeny. Abelard looks at you in surprise, but then immediately puts on an air of indifference. Thank you, Lord Captain. Why is the Governor not here with you to greet me? Apologies, your lordship. Governor Drivestem's residence is on the other side of the world, by the administrative palace of Dargonis. We sent word as soon as you entered the system, but it takes time to travel the great distances of your domain. Logic test succeeded. Chancellor Wasarian appears unruffled, but you cannot shake the thought that the Governor's lateness is a subtle political gesture designed to test the limits of what is acceptable when it comes to interacting with the new rogue trader. I'd like to rest before the meeting. Where are my chambers? They are very close, just down the hall. That is also where the study and the audience chamber are. Achilles' face brightens with a pearly white smile, restoring some of his former good looks. Lady Theodora's study has remained locked since her last departure, but on account of your arrival, we've arranged for it to be tidied up. It is ready whenever you may need it. Dismissed. I apologise for my bluntness, but I have a request to make. Perhaps before the meeting takes place, the illustrious Lord Captain could spare a few minutes for a conversation with me? I'm certain you will find my report on the state of affairs in the Von Valencia's protectorate most useful. Alright. Alright, fair. I'll listen. I'm listening. Oh, but we get to just do. I think not that there's much to do here. Look, it's a pretty empty place. Let's just go in. I love how we've casually inherited a palace here. You know, one woman dies in the vastness of the universe, and we get a palace, several planets, and an untold fortune. Oh, and also permission from God to do whatever we want. Because that's basically what that warrant is. He informed me of the location of the chambers on your dynastic estate. Who is you? Who you? The main throne room is up the stairs and straight ahead. Your subject Achilles Scalander informed me he humbly awaits the opportunity to meet with you there. Okay? If your lordship wishes to rest after your long journey, your personal chambers are up the stairs on the right. Okay, okay. These dialogues always take a bit longer than it takes me to read them. Come on! And pointing. If you need anything, whatever your soul desires, I'll be right next to your chambers, eagerly awaiting your orders. Alright, mate, calm it down a bit. Chill. I've got any shoes on. I don't know. Right, where's that pendant? What does it do? Increases the wielder's law Xenos by 10. And if they have an iconoclast adherent, which I do, increases all skills by 10 instead. So we're going to swap out the bonus to commerce and law Imperium for everything. Love it. That's a good amulet, that is. Iconoclast. Right, so we're going to go straight ahead first and meet with the dude. Where's he lurking? Oh, loot, loot. More importantly, hang on. Take those to my ship, thank you very much. Ilias Scalander is over there, and Clementia Wasarian is just behind the throne. Scalander, Why is Heinrichs over here? The slender figure, clad in robes made from expensive fabric, shudders from violent coughing. Pressing a gilded respirator to his face, the man takes several deep breaths. Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that, Tomo. I had obviously forgotten about it since then. Achilles, it's been many moons. I hope your cousin is feeling well. Achilles covers his burnt lips, trying and failing to suppress a coughing fit. She is in good health. She sends her regards to you, as well as her wishes for your swift return. Heinrichs frowns. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. Achilles thumps himself on the chest with his augmented hand. You hear the clanging of metal against metal. Logic succeeded. I'm not so foolish as to fail to notice a conversation in code. Your insight deserves credit, rogue trader. Then again, I expected nothing less from Theodora von Valentius' successor. Allow me to introduce Achilles Scalander properly. In addition to his duties as Secretary of the Administratum, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. Master Scalander was transferred into my remit by a colleague who is engaged in other matters in the Coronis Expanse. I'm sure you will find Achilles' service useful, especially when dealing with the schemes of humanity's foes within the border of your protectorate. Greetings, Lord in the Toolbox von Valentius. Allow me once again to express my deepest condolences on the loss of Lady Theodora. Hey Meeps, how you doing tonight? I will do everything I can to track down and destroy all of Conrad Voigtvir's accomplices on the capital world. Do you know anything about what has become of Conrad? The former Master of Whispers is a heretic and a traitor to the dynasty. Word of his treason reached Dargonus too late. Conrad came to the planet and left it almost immediately, once he had sown discord in the minds of the gullible and naive. The worst of the rumours he started was that you were the one responsible for Lady Theodora's sudden demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did their best to skin alive anyone who showed signs of doubt. Wow, that's loyalty! But it seems unlikely that the Warden's got to everyone who has allowed doubt into their heart and now nurtures it in secret. You promised me a report on the state of affairs. I have already forwarded all official reports to your Seneschal. As for the conversation we're having right now, I wouldn't trust any paper or data slate with its contents. You see, Lady Theodora, may the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Dargonus' political environment. You, however, have only just arrived on the capital world, and I thought it would be best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles of Dargonus, much like nobles on most worlds, are akin to spiders in a jar, ready to pounce on whoever is the weakest, or whomever they deem to be the weakest. The nobles of Dargonus are well-respected, rich and powerful individuals who held Lady Theodora's favour for many years and found ways to rise above the rest by diligently serving the rogue trader. Every family pursues its own selfish interests, and each one expects that with the transition of power, they will retain and even add to their lands and wealth. The families I would recommend giving particular attention to are the Drivestems, the Gapraks, and the Sauerbachs. I should also mention the Wesserians, not a noble house per se, but a family that was part of Lady Theodora's inner circle, to the Blue Bloods' great displeasure. Okay, the Drivestems are the ancient governor house of Dargonus. Predictably, the greater the wealth of the von Valentius protectorate, the fuller their coffers grow. Their reputation is flawless, except for one detail. We have evidence that Urban Drivestem's rivals seem to have the misfortune of regularly falling victim to Xenos raids. I find that these attacks are always a little too advantageous for the Drivestem, but we lack solid proof and it might never surface. The closer an official is to a rogue trader, the braver and safer they feel. I would just like to remind everyone that rubbing shoulders with Xenos is a heresy that can be overlooked only in the case of the von Valentius heir, not his servant. I'm okay to try and sleep with the Eldari chick, right? That's allowed because I'm a rogue trader, but if you'll try and do it, that's heresy. Now, there's a little bit of a class system there, but we'll go with it. What makes the Gaprak special? The Gapraks hail from a remote Forge world. Among their distant relatives there are many servants of the Omnissiah, and the house itself is close to the cult of the Adeptus Mechanicus, both in spirit and their business connections. The Gapraks oversaw the industrial shipments within your protectorate until recently. Ever since the astropathic communication with Kiava Gamma was severed, they've been quite concerned about the security of the planet placed in their care. Fair. Sauerbach? Religious and hard-working, the Sauerbachs own many enterprises, including distillation manufactorums that produce promethium. I must note that lately, members of the Sauerbach family have been prone to overly liberal statements about the von Valentius dynasty. They believe that Lady Theodora is a bit too keen to leave her worlds without proper oversight. And the Wesserians are a line founded by Lady Theodora's seneschal, and as such are nominally considered nobility, at least from the standpoint of the Imperial Navy, from which Lord Abelard hails. On Dargonus, however, their position is precarious. Firstly, they were never granted an official title, a process that has been impeded for decades by the old houses of Dargonus. And secondly, the other families do not see them as equals, but more as upstarts, clinging to the rogue traders' favour. The Wasurians are responsible for the capital world's fleet and the majority of the cargo shipments on domestic routes. After hearing all that, I feel the urge to have every one of these sycophants executed at once. No, it's not that bad. Enough about them. What else do you want to report? There was, and at this time, it concerns the main reason for my presence on this planet, Xenos, and the threat they pose both to you and humanity as a whole. The last few months have been difficult for the people who report to me, my eyes and ears scattered throughout the Cronus expanse. Warp disturbances, astropaths overcome with madness, ships disappearing into the immaterium. Many of my observers and contacts have gone dark or have been killed by some calamity or another. Still, I managed to establish communication with some key individuals who were able to warn me about incoming threats, including Xenos raids. It is within my power to supply you with intelligence on where and when the Xenos will strike next. I do not doubt that Governor Drivestem will beg you for protection against the Xenos, and in this fight, the information from my contacts will serve you well. I beseech you in the toolbox, if I ever report a threat looming over a ship or a planet, do not dismiss it. Sometimes it takes an intervention from the rogue trader and his mighty void ship to avert a disaster. Right. Okay. According to the message I received a few minutes ago, Governor Drivestem has arrived at court. I imagine the Chancellor is already prepared to arrange the meeting. Okay, so if this guy ever contacts us and says Xenos are coming to this place, we gotta go. We gotta go and help. Because I'm guessing he's not going to get in touch with us unless it's not something the planet... Yeah, when he calls, you get space battles. Cool. Call this guy for, call 0800 space battle for to get more space battles. Your Lordship, the Governor is waiting on the periphery of the palace. Let me know when you'd like to see him. The sharp gaze, the impeccably straight back, the composure. For a moment, you feel like you're looking at a younger version of Abelard himself, not his heir. Judging by the scars on the exposed parts of her body, Clementia saw her fair share of combat prior to assuming the position of Chancellor. Tell him I'm ready. Let's just move on with it. Let me get escorted to our study. In the Toolbox von Valentius, 20th in his line, rogue trader, keeper of the sacred warrant, and ruler of the Coronis expanse from the Cranax system to the 100 Dreams crossroads, I bid you welcome. Urbend Drivestem, governor of this great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It will be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodora von Valentius. It pains me to think that she's no longer with us. The citizens of Dargonus and of the entire Protectorate grieve alongside you. Please allow us to declare half a year of mourning so that we can honour the memory of our beloved lady. And bolt gun to the face for making you wait. Yeah, right? This whole thing's going to be a political test. This whole meeting with this guy is going to be like a whole political posturing thing, I think. Who's this that's come with us? Oh, it's Abelard. Right. I couldn't tell in all the weird armour I've got him wearing. He's going to want something, he's too bootlicky. So the thing is, we've got a choice. Either we demand a year of mourning, we say, nah, don't mourn, just celebrate me, or yeah, whatever. One up him. Let them eat cake. I don't know. I'm kind of just tempted to do this one. I'm the new ruler. I get it. She's dead. You're sad, but let's celebrate the fact that we've got a new ruler instead of just mourning for half a year over the old one. Half a year of mourning. That feels like half a year of reduced profits. I'm not down with it. There's no need. Your Lordship, these are centuries-old traditions, sacred customs and rules. Do not forget who it is you serve, Urbend Drivestem. If it is the rogue trader's wish not to have a mourning ceremony, Abelard's voice grates unpleasantly, then so be it. Perhaps the parvenu installed by Lady Theodora cares not for the sacred traditions of our founding ancestors. The governor gives a meaningful nod in Abelard's direction. But in the Toolbox von Valentius is a descendant of the true children of Dargonus. It behoves a ruler of a world to honour its customs. Even as a human, I feel half a year of mourning is a bit far. Like, you know, have a nice funeral. I like this one, though. I do honour traditions, Governor. Later, when things in the Protectorate settle down, we will declare a mourning period. Yeah, because, like, shit is up in the air right now. We've lost contact with Kiava Gamma. I know things are going wrong on this planet. Like, let's not go into a period of mourning whilst we've still got problems to solve. As you will, your lordship, Drivestem bows his head. Esteemed in the Toolbox, Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lean on our wisdom and persevere in spite of this tragedy, together, and let us carry on where she no longer can by leading the Von Valencia's Protectorate to even greater prosperity. Alas, it won't be an easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the astropaths of Dargonus flew into a rage, and they had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with neighbouring worlds, but the contacts are still weak, and the routes are tangled and no longer lead to the systems that the captains expect them to. Given that the vast majority of ships in the Dargonus Navy travel without relying on the services of navigators, without your engagement, the well-being of the Von Valencia's dynasty and billions of its subjects is presently at risk. Okay, so we've got some important stuff here. We met a ship from Dargonus not long ago. The crew was transporting a strange artifact and went mad during the flight. This is a truly regrettable bit of news. What's more, leaving Dargonus has been forbidden for several cycles now. It seems the Wasurian family has once again failed in their primary responsibilities. He shoots Abelard a condescending look. Oh, you don't be dissing Abelard in my presence, boy. We will investigate this at once, as well as the fact that the ship had to acquire a permit with the Administratum seal. Does your nephew still serve at the Administrative Palace? The Governor presses a number of buttons on the cogitator built into his bracer and looks up at you in surprise. I don't understand. The ship did indeed depart from orbit, but it did so, if you can believe it, on the rogue trader's authorization. That is why no one dared to impede its departure. Lord Captain, it would seem that Kunrad somehow got his hands on it. I was going to say this was the doing of Kunrad, wasn't it? Of your authorization, or perhaps even the original. A tool like that in the hands of a traitor does not bode well. Has Kunrad shown his face on Dargonus? Lord Voigtveer visited the capital some time ago, but he did not request a personal meeting. A heretic, you say? Now I see where all the whispering in corridors has come from. Oh, come on, other people knew he was a heretic. How have you not noticed, Planetary Governor? I shall be frank with you, your lordship. Lady Theodora's sudden death was a blow to every one of us, and the absence of any sort of verifiable and complete information about her successor gives grounds for all manner of rumours and misinterpretations, especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and discontent. Naturally, none would dare challenge you by accusing you of something as sacrilegious as murdering a rogue trader, except someone did. However, Kunrad Voigtveer was once a true boon to the Protectorate back in the day, and as such, some might heed his words. My subject's doubts are understandable. Too many things have changed in too short a span. I will prove myself worthy of my position. Why, in the Toolbox, your desire is most commendable, but please don't forget, a ruler should never bow to their attendants, or some might see it as a show of weakness. What do the nobles expect? We're all troubled by the fate of the agri-world Janus that supplied Dargonus and all of the planets with foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can drive even the mildest rabble to revolt. Furthermore, House Gaprak is perturbed by the loss of communication with the industrial world Kiava Gamma, which is in their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves your attention the most is the penal world Viabos 6, one of the key mining suppliers in your protectorate. Such intriguing concern. Doesn't your house happen to own the extraction stations there? Drivestem's beady eyes widen in fear. Your lordship, I beg of you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decisions in any way. You see, without Viabos 6, the manufactorums on your worlds will need to make haste to find new suppliers elsewhere and arrange for new shipments, and in these troubling times, they run the risk of delays and other most tragic mishaps. My only concern is for the prosperity of the Von Valencia's dynasty. A likely story. I've already visited the agri-world Janus. Governor Viat found herself facing a number of problems in my absence. Truly? The Viat line is one of the oldest in the Von Valencia's protectorate. If the inheritor of such well-respected blood could not handle whatever had befallen her, then the situation must have been extraordinary indeed. Vistenza succumbed to worshipping the ruinous powers and was executed. Drivestem pales in terror. It's clear from the unseemly grimace on his aristocratic countenance that his fear is not feigned. Ruinous powers? Truly horrifying news. I commend your resolve and unwavering severity. Death to the enemies of humanity. You're not worshipping any yourself, are you? Just checking. Not up there with Nurgle, are you? We haven't seen anything from Khorne yet, so that's a possibility as well. That does it for planets and trade routes. What else? Xenos, your lordship. I don't rightly know where to begin. Otherworldly beasts are not an uncommon sight in the Coronos Expanse. They have been a menace to the worlds this side of the Moor for decades. But now those abominations are on the rampage. They show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damaging them to the point where they become unfit for transport duty or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop this madness. We are in the process of restoring the astropathic choir of Dargonis. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged Psykers. Good! Although those that remain are as yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Scalander will keep his word and offer you his support in the war against the Xenos. According to his reports, the region of Viabos 6 has been of particular concern in the last few cycles, which is all the more reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Now to issues on a smaller scale. There is a certain degree of tension in the capital due to the unorthodox succession to the Sacred Warrant. Chances of uprisings are minimal, of course, and the spreading of rumours is nothing but a sign of weakness of mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure. What a phrase. At your succession. What is to be done about them? Eliminate them quietly, but don't threaten entire families. I care not, leave them be. Make arrangement for public purges, so public executions, or send the disgruntled nobles lavish gifts on my behalf and make sure that my generosity does not go unnoticed by the rest. They need to have some very public accidents. This is the thing, like, this is, so now I'm thinking in the sort of terms of Warhammer 40,000. And the sort of grim, dark universe that is. There's no right answer to this. There's not really a wrong answer either. But the options most likely to work are 1 and 3. Really. Public executions to discourage anyone else from trying to be this stupid. Or quiet elimination. All of them are really on theme. They are. Absolutely all of them really on theme. Quiet elimination could work. Rather than causing uproar amongst the populace, quietly taking out those who are spreading malcontent, I'm going to go with that one. Once your lordship's wrath descends upon the guilty, have no doubt there won't be a soul on Dargonis willing to share their fate. Although public event extra revenue, Falgod, was excellent thinking. One last thing, your lordship. Your inauguration as bearer of the Sacred Warrant is but a matter of time, and I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition, bolstered by an equally long-lasting friendship, of being represented on Dargonis by one of the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this duty will be accorded to House Drivestem. Which houses can represent me at the ceremony? Any of the noble houses located on Dargonis. The Drivestem family, which I lead, the Gaprak family, with long ties to the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Sauerbachs, known for their piety and diligence in service. Perhaps I should also mention the Wisserian, who have some influence but who are not actually of noble origin. Any one of these houses would be honoured to represent you at the ceremony. I want to give this to the Wisserians. Just because Abelard is such an absolute amazing badass. He was a bit of a dick when we first met him. Those first few events where he was advising us. He was advising us wrong. But he's come around. I really like Abelard now. He's the take no shit grandpa with a thunderhammer. And I'm down for it. I'm absolutely here for him and his whole family. So, like, yeah, the choice here is the Drivestem family, who are the current governors, the ones with ties to the Mechanicus, the ones with ties to the Ecclesiarchy, let's be honest, piety, diligence and service, that's where they are, or the Wisserians. Any opinions from chat on which of these noble or slightly less than noble houses we should let represent us at the ceremony? Like, I agree, Tomo. I kind of want to give this to the Wisserians. I'm sure the others will all have things to say about that, but yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Lord Captain, to accompany you at such a critical hour is the greatest honour for the Wisserian bloodline. Have no fear. We will not fail you. Drivestem tosses Abelard a look that lacks even the smallest shred of respect. Forgive my boldness, but I must remind you that the Wesserians, whose lineage traces back to a navy officer, are not of the Dargonus nobility. Such decisions may have adverse effects on your subjects' loyalty, your lordship. Nah, just yours. Yeah, we're iconoclasts, not stick up the butts. Crabs, that's a good point. I shall immediately relay your commands, most gracious road trader. Thank you for your time. That'll be all I take it. Thank you for your time, lordship. Since duty calls, I shall take my leave. May the Emperor's grace be with you. Cool. What have we got? Goods. Goods! I love goods. Take use 50. Hey! Just! Come on! Moldy melter! And some Xeno artifacts. Love. Hey, Crabs. I managed to fat finger my way through typing as well, so I'm very good at reading it. Hidden panel with some shoes in them. Whenever the wearer moves through a cell occupied by an enemy, the wearer gains 15% dodge against that enemy's attacks. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I haven't been doing a great deal of moving through enemies, though. That sounds like an awful idea. Right, what's that this way? Right, that's back to the main room. So I'm guessing... Look, I've got my own fancy cogitator. Look at that. My quarters, do we reckon? Oh, or a balcony. Look at that view. Nice. Nice. Bright lights in the big city. Oh yeah, Abelard can move through enemies now. Yes, those boots and dance macabre. Yes. I see where that's. I see where you're coming from with that. Goods. Let's rob the servitors. Yoink. I'm taking all your fuel. Boop boopity boop. Right, what else have we got? Loot in the throne room. Love it. Right, so there's another planet we need to go to now, which is the prison planet being used for mining. Got it? No, Pascal's up there. Is that my throne? Is that my throne? Which now belongs to me. My chair. Can I sit in it? I can't. I'm not allowed to sit in it. It's my chair, but I can't sit in it. Yeah, no, high-tech city, 1980s frosted windows. Love it. I hope your stern Dargonus will be beneficial to your physical and mental state. I understand that the heir to a protectorate must have his hands full, but one shouldn't forget about rest. Scalander, does he cause any problems? None at all. He's an outstanding individual and a loyal servant of the Von Valentius dynasty. Okay, lots of people have vouched for him. Lots of people have vouched for him, which is good. More loot behind the Inquisition. Where? Oh no, that's no, I can't. There we go. Stop running around at random. That's Achilles Scalander. Just the little thing that leads to him. Okay, I think we can leave the palace then. I think we can. Just a skull. But if we get 50 of those, we can give someone the mark of Zinch. No. That's Rimworld. Different. Ah, burst attacks are harder to dodge. That's actually useful information. That's genuinely quite useful. I didn't know that. So if you're having problems with enemies dodging your attacks, use a burst attack to just saturate the area that they're in with bullets. Or bolts. You know, that's a thing. I like how Juliet's waiting outside. Like, yeah, I'm literally in Eldari. I'm not going to go into the palace. This is a bad idea. Oh, wait, there's loot. Wait, there's loot! God, it's everywhere. And we don't have Pascal with us because technically we're partyless at the moment. So we're going purely off the rogue trader's own ability to do tech use. And quite frankly, he's absolutely bossing his way through it at the moment, in fairness. Of course, she's a pet. She's kept in the garden. You can't call Gurliet the pet. That's not... I would advise against doing that. Oh, Argenta's found some priests to listen to. Okay. Right, return to the ship. So, I could go to the Administratum on this planet. I think I need to kind of check the quest on what he's doing, really, don't I? Okay. Terrible news from Dargonis, Lord Captain. The subsidiary hive city, Scipione 84249, has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures. Production has halted, and millions of people have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading the transport lines leading to neighbouring hives. The surrounding residential sectors are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. What is your directive regarding the distribution of these refugees? Yes, we'll look at colony management as well. We might be able to colony manage this world as well now. What's the cause of the catastrophe? It's still unclear. The noble houses are throwing the blame at one another. Agents of the venerable Achilles Scalander, stationed on Scipione 84249, have died heroically while trying to save the population from this disaster. Their latest reports mention some vulnerabilities in the industrial sectors of the lower hive, but do not go into further detail. Additionally, all of your servants are currently busy with investigating the causes of the crisis, but are not doing anything to deal with its consequences. Directive. So, just a bit of quick explanation here. So one really common thing in the Warhammer 40,000 universe where large populations need to be housed are hive worlds. Now, generally the surface of these worlds will be unlivable, a wasteland, often radioactive, terrible weather, something like that. So what humanity does is they build these big hive cities, and they are literally like sort of big conical constructions that stretch miles into the sky. Right, and down on the bottom levels of them, and even underground, is the underhive, and that's where the absolute scum live. Like lots of sewage works down there. It's where Necromunda is technically set. The sort of gang fight game system, bit like Scunthorpe. Odd, exactly. Hey, Odd, how you doing? Bit like Scunny, also a bit like Scunthorpe. Yeah. So the underhive is where the absolute scum of the hive live. The gangs, the depraved, the horrendous. And then literally as you go up the hive, the people who live there get richer. And that's literally what it is, until you get into what's referred to as the spire, right at the top of the needle, which is where the sort of rulers of that hive and the richest families will live. And they live absolute lives of luxury up there. Kind of thing. And that's how hive worlds work. And these like one hive can and will contain billions of people. So when they say that a whole hive has come crashing down, this is huge. You know, this is millions and millions or billions of people have perished in this. Right, yes, this is a colony management choice. So, it's starting to sound like our Ben. What say my advisors? The death of Achilles' agents troubles me. It may not be a coincidence. Until the causes of this disaster can be concretely established, I would avoid letting refugees into other hives. There may be saboteurs among them. I recommend setting up prohibitive cordons where the refugees can be contained in the wastelands between the hives. The Emperor bids us to face the often cruel strokes of fate with dignity. If the other hives do not wish to accept the unfortunate victims of this tragedy, then let the victims themselves teach those living in the hives a lesson in resilience and humility. I'm sure the ecclesiarchy will aid the refugees in constructing camps to survive out in the wastelands. The noble hands are trying to wash their hands of this. How predictable. And yet it is their duty to see to it that the planet meets its tithe obligation and brings glory and revenue to the treasury in your absence. Let the aristocrats take care of the refugees, and make sure they don't stop until every last refugee has some task to fulfill. So, we can either remind the nobles of their duties, and we gain Blood of Scipione 84249. The Rogue Trader gains +1 deflection and +3 hit chance. That's good. I mean, deflection for me as a tank is always good. We could get the ecclesiarchy to help, in which case the whole planet gains +1 efficiency. Nice. And we get Wastelander's Prayer. Decrease enemy critical damage by 15%. Okay. Or we can get Heinrichs to set up Prohibitive Cordons, which gives us security -1 somehow. And Bane of Scipione 84249, which gives us 2 momentum for each human enemy killed. I'm going to go with Abelard Remind the Noble Houses of their duties, because I want that +1 deflection. Lady Clementia will ensure that your declarations will find their way into every ear and zealously embraced. The hives that have accepted the refugees are now overflowing with surplus labour. The refugees are willing to work twice as hard as the usual workers, who are already exhausted by their everyday toils. Many refugees have entered the rogue trader's service and replenished his ship's crew. Yeah, stretching security further with the cordons. Yeah, sorry, it's not gaining security by setting the cordons up, it's taking what we had and... That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Dargonus' nobles took no pleasure in distributing the refugees. Some of them have found their way into the personal service of the nobles, thankful to receive a Nutribar and a mat on which they can rest for 6 hours per cycle. Others could only attain the most grueling jobs in the manufactorums and service stations. They may be oppressed, but they have survived. A diaspora scattered across the hives of Dargonus. Cool. Okay, you know, that works. What we got? This is all going to block each other, so we need to pick one of these 3 at this stage. So, Restoration. A new hive city will be established on top of the ruins of Scipione 84249. This will cost us a point of profit factor. I'm already not liking it. But all colonies will get +1 complacency, efficiency, and security. That's good. And we'll get an extra 3 people. So that is a good one. Extatiums for the nobility. Palace extatiums will be constructed on top of the ruins of Scipione for the aristocracy. The dead and the dying will fertilise the gardens that will ring these pleasure chambers. That sounds like a very Slaneshi way to deal with this. It gives the rogue trader +5 to all skills. Oh no. Oh no. Night Tom out. Take it easy. Oh dear. And it gives us 2 profit factor and 2 points of complacency as well. Oh no, player feat. Or we can make it an emporium. The surviving spine of it will be rebuilt into a space elevator capped by an emporium accepting ships that are too heavy to land on the surface. This will reduce the route cost. I'm guessing that means to come back here. To translate here, which is good. More profit, less security. We get chemicals, we get weapons, we get efficiency and mechanisms. It's not this one for me. It's not this one. It's either the Restoration, take the hit in profit factor for bonuses to all colonies, or it's Extatiums for the player character +5 to all skills. And I'm not sure which it should be, to be honest. That adds profit factor as well. I like profit factor. I'm a big fan. Extatiums for the nobility. Let's do it. I get a permanent character feature. You know? I can't help myself. So just quickly, are there any others that do things like that? Ooh. Zealot. Ancient and fearsome weapons captured on the ship of the Archenemy's devotees and cleansed by Texasism. Love it. Over the course of a 7-year-long vigil. Medium range macro cannons, 3 shots, 24 damage per shot. It's not that great though. Ooh, a named fusion gun. That's cool. All skills are damage. Yeah, it's true. Void Ship gains the Pirate's Bane, +5% crit. Nice. We get the Master Raider, +20% scrap for winning space battles. That's not bad. But I feel like that involves joining the pirates for something. Profits for water. Ooh, fancy frag grenades look. Interesting. Adeptus Arbites, Boots of Victory. Whenever you perform a heroic act, you recover all your wounds and gain 2 AP. It's a bit nuts. Seasons of War. All allies gain 5% melee damage and 20% attacks of opportunity. Damn. So some of these projects are really, really, really strong. Okay. Where are we up to then? Chapter 2. Where the shadows are deepest of all. Wait for the situation to resolve itself. That's on Footfall. Yeah, reclaim what was lost. We need to go to Kiava Gamma in Cranach. Blades in the Void. The Xenos raids may have struck the penal world of Viabos 6 in Mortis. Right, so we've got 2 systems to get to, essentially. Got no weird critical tasks anymore. Good. Hidden cache on Dargonus, in the capital of the Von Valencia's protectorate. Perhaps someone who knew her well might be able to provide some clues. We're just going to pop back down here, chat. Just for a minute. Because apparently, there's treasure to be had. Somewhere on Dargonus. Plus 20%. Oh yeah, check contracts. That's another thing to check, isn't it? We can do that here. We do have some new ones. Race to the top. Adamantine for profit factor. Done. Unquenchable greed. 7 lots of people. 12 lots of people. Eee. For provisions and for promethium and chemicals. So I guess until we need those, we don't really need to trade for people anyway. But what I do want to do is check colony management on Janus. We are busy in the process of executing this one, so it's not done yet. So we can't do any others just yet. That's fine. Okay, so we need someone who knew Theodora well. Step 1 actually is to go and speak to Argenta, because Argenta knew Theodora pretty damn well. Hey, Argenta. Nope, you have got nothing to say to me. Cool. You're not the answer then, I guess. Other people would be Abelard or his granddaughter, I reckon. Would be the next ones to speak to. That's my guesswork anyway. Ba-dum-bum-ba-da. This game does have a lot of loading screens. It's my only... Oh, that skull dude. Oh, I know who you mean. I know who you mean. Close to Hendrix. Jimmy? Jimi Hendrix? I think his name's Heinrichs. It is, it's Heinrichs, but the problem with his being named Heinrichs is I keep wanting to call him Count Heinrichs von Liechtenstein, which isn't his name, surprisingly. Right, just quickly try Abelard. No. So, right, Clementia next. Nice pink box, don't know what that's for. What are your responsibilities as Chancellor? I'm your trade representative. Any and all decrees, deals, official communication, and meetings are first reviewed by me and then forwarded to you and from you down the hierarchy. My purview also includes overseeing your lordship's property, the palace, the estates, the many gardens, and the other domains on Dargonus that you have inherited from Lady Theodora. And whenever you are present on Dargonus, consider me your personal secretary. What can you tell me about Dargonus? All deals and important decisions are made here in the capital. Many years ago, an ancestor of Lady Theodora signed an agreement with the Adeptus Administratum which allowed for efficient management of the world and the neighbouring systems. Yeah, it's a big purple box. She's the loot. In accordance with the decree, a share of the planet's population was assigned to the Administratum and converted into servitor scribes. They now toil across the entire world. Dargonus is also the seat of several noble families who run all the major planets in the Protectorate. If I may express my not-so-humble opinion, they care very little about who exactly stands at the helm. Those piranhas think about their own profits just as much as they do about the prosperity of the Protectorate itself, if not more. And lastly, Dargonus has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of other worlds in your realm. In addition to warships, the Protectorate also employs privateer ships which are used to transport cargo between worlds. Does the capital stay in contact with the other worlds? Unfortunately not at this time. After the few representatives of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica on Dargonus went into a frenzy, some of the Psykers were tragically pacified by the respective authorities. She's got a nicer way of saying it. She's got a nicer way of saying that we had to kill half the Psykers. It's just politer. Since then, communication with the neighbouring systems has been unreliable at best. Thanks be to the master of mankind that you managed to find your way to the capital. Yeah, I mucked my way through the warp to get here, let's be honest. By all accounts. Other issues I should be aware of? Apart from the disrupted communications, Dargonus was recently raided by enemies of humanity. However, the fleet, under the command of Captain Marthius Wassarian, triumphed over the accursed Xenos. If you ask me for my opinion on this matter, we have the situation completely under control. You catch her avoiding your gaze for just a moment, for the first time. It's obvious that Clementia is looking out for her house's good name, but despite the confidence in her tone, you can tell she doesn't entirely believe her own words. Dang it. If the noble houses are so volatile, what sense is there in keeping them? Over the many centuries, an intricate hierarchy has formed within the ruling elite of Dargonus. The great houses do more than plunder your treasury. It is replenished, to a large degree, thanks to their administrative work and their lands. Naturally, you can get rid of anyone whom you consider surplus to requirements, but right now it could threaten the fragile stability that is currently holding the Protectorate together. Yeah, shit's buggered already, let's not make it worse. What about the Governor? Urban Drivestem is a well-respected man, and not just on Dargonus, but throughout the Protectorate. For many centuries, his house has supported the capital's administration and the logistics between the Von Valencia systems. I can't take that Drivebend name seriously. So Drivestem. Drivebend. The Drivestem's efforts secured tiny fly. Years of order and prosperity for Dargonus. What's more, Lady Theodora personally insisted that Lord Urban specifically be made the next governor. The way you speak of Drivestem, I hear a hint of either contempt or resentment. No, I don't believe I feel either, your lordship. We have different views on how to run a world. We sometimes have discussions over the laws that are enacted, but we both work for the good of the Von Valencia's Protectorate. That much can be said without a doubt. Thank you for the report. Yeah, I know. The Min-Maxer hates that you do checks while out of party. Right, so she didn't know anything about this super secret stash. I am wondering if that's the guy who offered me his services. Yeah, no, it's not with you either. Next to our quarters. He said he would be next to our quarters, didn't he? And I bet you if anyone knows where Lady Theodora, here he is, servant, hid something, it's not him. What's through here? Can I go through here? No, apparently I'm forbidden to enter that door in my own palace. It's fine. There's a teeny tiny fly in my office. Needs to not be. So we've got a balcony. There's nothing there. Clementia. Sounds like something old people need to see the doctor about. Oh no. Really? I mean, that's a door. Look at it. Look, I can see the cracks around it. Open. Found it. Ooh. What's in here? A mysterious item undoubtedly created by inhuman hands. It looks like a lasgun. The mysterious Xeno artifact rests in a stasis field. That's a bit of Necron technology if I've ever seen it. Look at that. Yeah, that's a piece of Necron, that is. Goods. Yep, nice. Goods. Goods in a Xeno-looking box. Oh, there's lots of Xeno artifacts here. This would be good for trading. The shelves of the library are laden with dusty tomes. Or distant death worlds. A mysterious item undoubtedly created by inhuman hands. Again. As a sit-down option there. I wonder if that's going to uncover something. Oh, hello! Plasma Shaper gloves. These gloves grant the wearer a +10 bonus to tech use. They also increase the damage of plasma weapons by +3. We will absolutely take them because they could be useful for Pascal. When the wearer hits an ally with an area attack, the wearer gains a stack of the Zealot effect and deals +10% damage with their area attacks. So if you accidentally hit allies, or deliberately, you buff the damage of your area attacks. I don't know if that's a good thing to encourage me to shoot my friends. Just saying. Have a sit down. The secret room is remarkably quiet and almost homely. Perhaps your predecessor used it when she sought complete solitude. Listening to the muted melody coming from the Vox speaker, you can easily imagine Theodora reading a book with a glass of expensive wine in hand. Choose a book. Several books are stacked next to the sofa. Some appear ancient, while others look like they've never been opened. Among Theodora's data that has been restored using your cogitator, is the phrase Litanies of the Motive Force. It is the title of one of the books here. Well, I'll choose it. No! Can I... Oh, for God's sakes. I misclicked. Are you shitting me? Whoever has entered his lordship's chambers will be eliminated! Guys, it's me. My hand slipped, I picked up the wrong book, and apparently my predecessor tried to murder me. So anyways... Oh, for God, this tiny fly, it's minuscule, but it keeps flying right in front of my eyeballs. Okay, we're going to try this again. We're going to choose a book, Litanies of the Motive Sodding Force. As you pick up the book, a hidden button in its spine clicks under your finger. Change the music. The vid screen of the data slate before you displays the names of several Vox symphonies. You recognise the melody that is playing right now. It is the first of 36 parts of the Symphony of Honour and Duty. I will choose part 2. The music in the speakers momentarily grows louder, filling the entire room, then goes back to normal, seemingly without any change. And I'll have a glass of wine. Oh no. 3 sealed bottles sit on the sturdy-looking low table. They are labelled Grandmaster's Blood, Boon of Terror, and Flame of Purity. It's a big fly, it's just the glasses that make it look small. Oh no, I've got no hints on which to do this. Grandmaster's Blood, Boon of Terror, or Flame of Purity. Have we seen any of these mentioned before? Has there been like any mention of what drink Lady Theodora liked, or... I don't remember seeing any of these. Flames for Argenta. I mean, yes. It depends what kind of person do we think that Theodora was. Like, I'll try flames, but if it gasses me, we're going to have to start this again. Oh, the wine fills the glass, glittering in the dim light of the room like liquid gold. Its tangy flavour burns your throat, leaving behind a spicy, biting aftertaste. You hear a short, faint hum as an unseen motor stirs into motion. Hey! The room responds to your actions, and with a quiet grinding sound, a small nook reveals itself in the nearby wall. Inside, you find a databank bearing the Von Valencius coat of arms. What am I meant to do with this? An engraved data drive found on a cache on Dargonus. The information it contains has been carefully encrypted. Okay, so I had no right to succeed in that whatsoever because I absolutely just basically brute forced my way into it. But 33% of the time I'm 100% right. It's distressingly accurate. Pascal, buddy, friend, I need to get you heavy weapons proficiency so that you can equip this multi-melter and laugh all the way to the bank. Now, what I could do in the meantime, actually, this, it's longer range, but it doesn't hit as hard. But I could go with the plasma gun and the plasma shaper gloves. Thing is, his current gloves give him 5% damage. And crit chance to single shots. I don't think it's going to be better. I really don't. We'll just stick with the melter for now. We'll upgrade to a multi-melter. As and when. Okay, so we got that cache on Dargonus. Good. I'm glad. Now we can go back to the ship and fly off into the sunset. Probably in search of this prison world, because it sounds like there might be some smexy space combat there. I do love me some space combat. We'll just check if there's any trading we can do first as well when we hit the bridge. Because we just hoovered up a load of stuff, so... That's back in. Look at him go. How he runs that fast with that thunder hammer on his back, I'm not entirely sure. The rogue trader is an absolute beast, that's what he is. Or check computers on the ship to see if you can use the data pad. Yes. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, let's check the quest. Because the quest will probably tell us if we can do anything with it, right? No, it was classified information. Just said to find it, so we found it. I think we need to find the last one, and then it'll probably all come together. Hopefully. Or it'll give us another mission. Right, so we have explored everything here. Long-range broadside plasma. 3 shots at 21 damage each, or short-range 4 shots at 21 damage each. I mean, obviously the short-range deals more damage, but the plasma battery has longer range. Tough call. Very tough call. I've not struggled getting in range with the shorter one, and honestly, I'll go for whatever deals the most damage at the moment. To the Coronis Expanse! Doodle-doodle-doo. Okay, so have we seen yet, let's chart new routes, the system we're trying to go to? Mortis, that one. Via bus 6. So that's the one. It's done, Crabs, it's done, don't worry. Warp travel! The Lord Captain retires to his study to ponder what the future holds. A while later, his thoughts are interrupted by a timid knock on the door. Think Cassia's back. I forgot about all the courting we were doing last stream. Last stream was very dating sim, wasn't it? Last stream was very, very dating sim. By all comparisons. We came onto Cassia pretty hard, but we also did the same with Juliet. So no idea what this is going to say. Oh, you're not Cassia or anything. The Lady Navigator's valet greets you with a deep bow and humbly delivers a tasteful scroll inviting you to a private meeting. Oh, hey, yeah, we gave her a library, didn't we? We gifted her a library, like a whole one. Here it is. Bit messy. I'll have someone come and tidy that shit up for you. His lordship has arrived at your invitation. Should have been a shrubbery! Cassia is completely absorbed in admiring the shelves of her new personal library, which are all but buckling under the weight of gilded and leather-bound volumes. Upon noticing you, she smiles, barely able to stop herself from rushing to meet you. In the toolbox? How did you procure all these works? By the throne, even your personal collection doesn't have them. I would have remembered. So many unexplored worlds and stories, dozens of unstudied essays. I am utterly astounded. Thank you. I could not have dreamt of a better gift. I was not certain if engaging in this long-forgotten noble ritual was prudent of me, and yet you did everything in accordance with the customs of etiquette. I must admit I rather enjoyed this game. I hope you did too? I'm so sorry if you heard that, chat. Oh, sorry. I've been holding it in. It was fun, but I'm done. I'm bored now. Bye. There's a new Eldar on the ship, and she's more interesting. I mean, any of 1 to 3 are positive. Good, Meeps. No, that's good. That's good. As long as you didn't hear, it doesn't matter what you didn't hear. It makes no difference. That flies back. Oh, you little shite. Before I met you, I never thought I would find myself engaged in something of this sort. Would you permit me to touch your hand? A second later, an invisible force envelops you in a swirling torrent of emotions, and your heart skips every other beat, in time with the Lady Navigator's breathing. When Cassia's powers recede, the austere reserve on her face is replaced for the first time by passion. In her eyes, the curve of her lips, the slight tilt of her head. With a small nod and a smile on reddened lips, she holds out her hand, pale and trembling. Hmm. This rogue trader, by the way, is about the smoothest criminal. Just from all of these things, you know. Cover Cassie's hand with your own. If someone had told me that one day I would take leave of my senses like this, I never would have believed it. When Cassia's cold hand warms in yours, she awkwardly retracts it, trying not to prick you with her sharp claws. In the Riz box. That's right, Crabs. In that case, Lord Captain, what I mean to say is, your servants have done marvellously in their efforts to adapt these chambers to my needs and taste. If I may, I would like to retire after an arduous day, and we shall see each other tomorrow. I think positive outcome. Honestly, it's bloody hard to tell. Right, it is bloody hard to tell. But good news is, if it all goes wrong with her, there's Juliet that we can move on instead. We started making sure we have a backup romance. Just in case I absolutely cackhand the first one, right? Okay. To the trading bro. Not planning a harem. Who would do such a thing? Right. Anything for you? No. Of course not. So who are we then leveling with? The Drusians? Dark Visionary Hood, Reconstructed Flamer. Or Casbalaka mission it was, wasn't it? In the hope of getting close to that fusion gun. Because that thing's almost better than the multi-melter. 21 to 28, 16 to 26. Like, it's close. It's got that 60% armor pen as well, and a range of 8. And it's a pistol. It's a pistol that does that much damage. It's kind of crazy. With the jump, that first colony might be done with its project. Yeah, we'll check it. Any reputation stuff I can hand in to these guys. Yes, the Xeno artifacts everywhere. Look how many I picked up from looting my own quarters. Pretty close, pretty close. This guy's also got some like Eldari gear as well, so that makes sense to get. Stormbolter, look at that. Two-handed, ranged weapon, burst firing FU cannon. Really, really is. Warp Surge Brooch. Nice. Red Crystal Staff. Devastating 12. Oh, yes. Cassia's ultimate weapon there. That's a las weapon. Oh, it hits everything in a massive line. Yeah, it's a dart lance. Nice. And it hits them like a truck. I would like it, please. Oh, wait, actually, it's worth still talking to him because I think some of the other traders can take things that they didn't. Yeah, it says another 1100 for them. Nothing for you. And nothing for you. Okay, cool. Oh, but just to quickly check. I've got more profit factor now. Can I afford anything? No. Never mind. Onwards. Two-handed pistol. Yeah, these things happen. These things happen. It's Eldari. It's not built for human hands. It takes 2 of our mitts to carry one. Right, there we go. Now we've arrived. So now we can check this. Still going. Look, it's about half done. And this is about a quarter done. Noted. Should have charted. Didn't, but I'll try and remember when we leave. Try being the operative term. Right, let's get scanning. See what we can find. A gas giant with naff. Strong start. So I reckon we look at a couple more jumps for that project to be done. Depending on the length of them. Bones in the desert. After analysing the auger data, the officers were surprised to discover that the planet was once covered with oceans. Long ago, an unknown cataclysm caused the seas to dry out and turned the world into a lifeless desert. The most amazing discovery of all was the skeletal remains of colossal oceanic organisms, some large enough to be seen from orbit. Life is fragile, even for creatures this enormous. I kind of like some of these little fluff bits, but I also hate that we get nothing from them. Like, nothing there. Nothing there. Wow, this wasn't a great system. Oh well. Chart the new routes and let's see where we're going to next. Oh, all I've got is a crazy unsafe route to Nama 4. I could use 2 points to make it unsafe, or I could fly back there and use 1 point to fly that way, which is actually what I'm going to do. Like... Oh. Yeah, just... Did not seem worth it. Even just 10% of some fitting loot. Yeah, it would be nice. Would be nice, wouldn't it? Chart new routes. Boom. So this can get us to our next mission. Nice. And we're hoping space combat. Ah! Space combat. Look at that. Do what we usually do, visit the other planets first and see what they've got to offer. Ooh, phlogiston. And traces of meteorite. The ship's augurs... Oh, look, there's actually a test here. The ship's augurs have detected a non-native mineral cluster on the planet's surface, probably the remains of an ancient asteroid shower. The substance is valuable, but collecting it will not be easy. The asteroid sits right above numerous underground caverns. The ancient tunnels and vaults are incredibly unstable, and would likely not bear the weight of a large group of humans, let alone a shuttle. Athletics -5, take the risk and send a shuttle. Succeeded. The crew's expertise made it possible to collect the mineral without disturbing the ancient caverns. And that's revealed another thing. So there's actually... Hang on, if I go back in there it should show. Yeah, there's actually 5 plasteel there as well. Currently, again, don't need it. I'll do some flying around and gathering some resources as and when these start to be necessary. Secret cache. Oh, it's another one. Archaeotech mechanism fragment. I think there's going to be 4 of them. It's a wild stab in the dark. But I just think that there's going to be 4 of them for some reason. Right, save. And pirate fight. Time to fight some pirates. And don't forget, now we have the amazing ability to activate torpedoes the moment we fired them. So I'm hoping we still have torpedoes.
The future is uncertain.
Cobra, Viper. And they're going first. That's not ideal, I'm not going to lie to you. We're going to take a bit of damage here. Because they're all coming around on this side. Oh, God. Alright. No need for the epic zoom, is there, really? Where's this one? In front of us. What's the Viper class got? Torps. And some Grav Culverins. Okay. Alright, look, calm down. Ow, ow! Can I have a turn now? Is it me? Is it me to go? Ruddy Bestby, right. I think I can ram him. I think I can ram him, guys. And then get to, like, to... I don't know. I've become completely unaware of how ramming works all of a sudden. Okay, but however, what I can do is... Boop. No torpedo salvos ready yet. Oh, I haven't upgraded it yet, you tart. Fine. Fine. Fun fact, if I go here, what can I do now? Lots of lancing. Ramming speed! Oh my god, I speed bumped him. Why can I now not move, however? I'm right in front of some torpedoes, and this is an awful place to stand. And that's out of range. Dag nabbit. Oh no, it's not. It's not out of range. I can go sideways. Yeah. Right, and shields. Reinforce that shield because we're about to absolutely take some damage on it. You. Yeah, boy. Go that way. Go on. Off your trot. Abilities. Well worth using. Well worth using, right? Okay, I don't think there's much I can do about these torpedoes, though, and they're going to kill me. I think they're really, really going to kill me. There's no turrets in this game to be used in a defensive manner, either. Oh, God. Be gentle.
Machine spirit cries out in pain.
Be gentle. Yeah, there it is. That's me gone. No two ways around it. Your journey is over. Whoops. Okay, so that tactic didn't work. And ramming still caused a huge amount of damage to us. Ramming caused a massive amount of damage to us. And stopped our movement right in front of the torpedoes as well. So that was bad. And it looks like this is basically going to happen like this every time. We've just got to hope for some misses, look. Okay, there's a couple of misses. We'll take that. He's going to sweep round up there. Just like he did before. Miss. Good. These ships are fairly tough. He's going to drop torpedoes, which is the problem. Jeez.
The void shield falters. Brace for impact.
Okay, so here's what needs to be done. I don't know how I'm going to get this lance on target for anyone. It's fun to stand on top of the stuff that blows up. I know, I know. The other option is that I go completely the other way, but then they're just going to sweep in and annihilate me, so it's not going to work. Have I got no front shields? Or is that just because I'm got me selected? No, I've got no front shields. Look, they're all gone. Oh, God. Before I've even had a turn, I take that much damage. It's not good. It's not great. Wait. That might work. Oh no, I'll tell you what'll absolutely work. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Pew, pew. Oop, he's almost gone. Unfortunately, to... Oh no, I can slip past him. I can slip past him. And on the way past, I can unload these into the front of him. Oh, so nearly scoring the kill. And that just did straight damage, that did. Right, now I can whip all the way around like this. Presenting my other side to them. Right. I can reinforce... Oh god, I've got no front shield. I didn't present my other side at all, I just moved around them. Right, pop some torps there. Yeah, that's going to suck. I'm just going to take a load of damage. Although that is hitting the side that I've reinforced, so that's not as bad as it could be. Oh, he's getting out of there. Might be able to torpedo him. And now I've got enemies on both sides, so... if I slip behind those torpedoes, I'll be alright. And he's disengaging. He's trying to get out of there. I could go for the torpedo kill on him. Get the guarantee so I get the scrap. But I think it's going to be way more sensible to use the torpedoes on this and then lance that guy. 4 hits. Pop. Good. Right. I don't have a choice. I have to move at least that far forwards, which allows me to do that. And then let's do dorsal lance and see if that can finish him. Got him. Right, that one's dead. So now I need to bring the right-hand guns to bear. Which is going to be awkward, I'm not going to lie. I've got a shot there. I'm just hoping that those torps can't also get me. Also, I've not taken into account my need to fire this, but... Is that going to hit rear shields? No, that was a kill. Good. You, turn and face me, please. Or like that. Yeah, that's... Oh, the turn killed him. Hey! He killed him with the turn. I forgot that I could do that. If they're going to hit me anyway, they're going to hit me in the rear. They're not going to hit me. Not nearly enough maneuverability. Pop. Got him. Got him. I forgot that the force turn thing does damage. That would have been useful to remember. Alright, do a quick repair. 34 scrap out of the 136 we had, so that's fine. We didn't get any more stuff there, we didn't get any upgrades, sadly. That strafe is crazy useful. That strafe is awesome, right? Oh snap, we've got 100 scrap though, haven't we? Hang on, hold the phone. We've got 100 scrap, so... None of you can upgrade... Oh, you can. What does upgraded warp wave do? More damage, isn't it? Yes. It depends on their missing hull. So this is really good to do on ships that are trying to run away. Yeah, we've got the scrap to do it, so just upgrade it. Boop, warp wave, upgraded. I want to use torpedo control, because upgrading that so I can use it same turn is going to be a massive, massive game changer. Now, interesting question. If I swap her out now... Excuse me. Do we maintain the upgraded version of warp wave? No. We have to bring her in to get the upgraded version. Sad face. Gonna need to give everyone a bit of a bigger tour tomorrow. Fair. That's fair data. So were they defending anything on this planet? Absolutely nothing. Empty lava world, that's what they were defending. Ah! I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. I'm going to go straight here. New Torp character needs to use the ability. Yeah. Lord Captain, urgent report. We've received an astropathic message from Regent Toronto Orselio. The navigators are concerned about the fate of Cassia, who disappeared from Urac 5. The Regent is requesting an update on her current status and has also inquired about the possibility of a personal meeting to negotiate and arrange the return of the Lady Navigator to her house. The psycho-emotional coding of the received message betrays acute concern, but it also contains something that the astropaths have failed to put into words. If you'll excuse me my forthrightness, I feel it is necessary to tell House Orselio the truth. Otherwise a conflict with the Navis nobility is possible, which, given the current state of the Coronis Expanse, will only play into the hands of the enemies of Imperium. How do they even learn I have Cassia? I wish I knew, Lord Captain. It is troubling indeed. Perhaps we have a spy on board, or Regent Toronto is bluffing. In either case, I believe we should respond. Navigators are extremely powerful and useful allies to have. I know! Have you seen how much ass Cassia kicks? And that's just one. Tell them she's safe and I would be honoured to meet in person. Like... That's fair. I'll see to it, Lord Captain. The astropaths will transmit your consent. Representatives of House Orselio will be waiting for you on the capital world Dargonus. Receiving members of the Navis nobility is always a delicate matter. Please make sure to discuss the details of this meeting with your Chancellor upon arrival. But I'm not going there right now. Currently I'm off to Prison World. Chart course. Cool. The only other place I can go from here is Odonathus. Yes. Lord Captain, we have cross-referenced the key characteristics of the system with our astronautical chart data. The planet Viabus 6 is located here. Oh, sorry, it's at Helmsman. The problem is, the augurs detect an unusual change in the atmosphere, not unlike a massive release of toxins. It appears that something unfortunate has happened to the planet's underground storage facilities. I did, Crabs! Look at me learning! It's impossible to land safely on the planet just now. Unknown ships are cruising in the system. No need for any cog to analyse it. I can decipher this telemetry easily. Xenos. The armoury and artillery crews are standing by. So they're hovering over the planet we need to get to as well. For a guess. I'll be shocked if it's not, because it's got the quest marker on it. Anything here? A box. Abandoned tech priest base. Fuel, armour kits, Mechanicus creations. We love to see it. Scan them. Ooh, a peculiar settlement. This planet can barely sustain life, and yet searchers discovered a long-lost Imperial colony, one that was cut off from the rest of the galaxy centuries ago. The colonists live in conditions worse than any underhive, yet they still venerate the Emperor and gladly welcome their visitors. The Lord Captain receives an invitation from the local ruler, the Archqueen Princeps Domina. Pay an official visit. The ruler meets the captain in a shack, considered to be a palace by the people here. The Archqueen's unusual crown is made of metal coils, most likely parts of an ancient device for boiling water. She's got a kettle on her head. The guests are served the finest delicacies the colony can provide. The Archqueen praises the visitors in mangled Low Gothic and calls the Lord Captain her dear brother. At the end of the audience, gifts are presented to the guests. The Archqueen's minister delicately remarks that the best possible gift the Lord Captain and his crew could provide would be the replenishment of the colony's meagre gene pool. Gives orders to canvass the lower decks for volunteers. The most ruggedly handsome among them will be sent to the Archqueen's court, along with other gifts. Yes. Hey, I got some gifts too. The Archqueen is delighted and flattered. She hopes the Lord Captain will pay her more visits in the future. Death by Snoo Snoo. Well, that was a fun one. Ooh, more fabulous prizes. This system is making up for the crap one that we discovered earlier that had nothing. This system has been good. Nothing on that planet, but that's okay. Right, Drukhari. We have yet to fight any Drukhari. I believe that they have hollow fields like the Eldari did. I think they did. Snoo Snoo is better than Random Void Event. It is. It's been ages since I fought Dark Eldar ships on the tabletop, so I can't remember. Yeah, try to use the Torp ability even if I don't need to, just so we've done it. As long as we've used it at least once, it counts. And then as soon as we've got 100 scrap,
Finally,
we can... Hey, we're going first. Right, what have we got? Last Hatred frigate. Oh shit, frigates? We're basically an escort ship, and that's 2 frigates. I mean, we're a souped-up Archaeotech escort. But still, what's this? Shadow Field, that's what they've got. So enemies suffer a minus 25% penalty to hit when attacking from within a 2-cell range, and a 75% penalty to hit from outside. It's removed upon firing and has a chance to be re-engaged at the start of the ship's turn. Right. And it's got front-mounted Shadow Lances, I'm guessing. Or does it? No. I'm trying to think what sort of direction the Drukhari ships are usually dangerous from. I think they're broadsiders as well. I think the only ships in Battlefleet Gothic that were dangerous from different directions were the Tau, whose armament is mounted almost entirely forwards. See you later, Meeps. Take it easy. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, the Tau ships have their armament almost entirely mounted forwards instead of broadside like most of the other races do. And I think the Necrons, because a lot of their weapons have a 360-degree arc of fire, which is really annoying. Right, so this Shadow Field's going to be an absolute ball ache. Torpedoes, if we can hit with them, are probably going to be good, because I don't think they need a roll to hit. So I'm going to fire them from here, but then I'm going to massively overtake them. What if I go there and sideswipe? Or there. Yeah, are you filling 2 slots much like I do? Oh, I guess we're technically a frigate. Are we? We're a sword class frigate. Yeah, because it's cruisers that are the bigger stuff. Cruiser, battlecruiser, and battleships are the sort of mainstays in Battlefleet Gothic. So yeah, we're all frigates. Okay. So just rather than fighting escorts this time, we're fighting 2 frigates. Which could suck. It could suck a lot. Right. So, I can't quite hit him, which is irritating. Sword class frigate, Warhammer 40,000 wiki. Are you calling me a wiki? Because I basically am. Oh, gotcha! Your shadow bullshit meant nothing there. Your Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Ah, yeah, you go over there. He didn't take any damage from it, but I've basically just given him a free broadside. Never mind. Wasn't the smartest play. Hit. Hit. Yes, it hit! Oh, that one's nearly dead. And they don't have much armour then. That's the thing. They've essentially got a massive dodge chance. Yeah, damage is based on damage taken, and he'd taken none. Now, if I hit him with it now, it could have been game over for him. I didn't think that ahead. I forgot that that's how it worked. But what I can do, should I wish to, is I can just scoop on closer to this guy. Whoop! And try and slap him with these. 3 shots. I've still got a couple of hits. Hey, you know, and then I want to defend my left side against him. I can't hit anything with that. Let's go. Let's give them a turn. 2 Last Hatred frigates. Yeah, he's engaging me forwards. So is that 2 forward-facing Shadow Lances? And dear Lord, that's quite a lot of firepower. And then he's going to try and move away, because these things have huge amounts of movement, which is going to be my downfall. Because if this one attacks as well, it's going to leave itself wide open. Oh god, I'm just going to hit... For the... Damn it, leave my torpedoes alone! You big rude! Oh, I don't get to use the ability. What a bastard. Right, I mean, if we can hit with this, then that's that one done. That's a Starbreaker Lance to the face. Thank you kindly. New heading. Ah! Right, so we're going to point right at him whilst he's got no shadow fields up. That's important. Hello. It me. Right, which of these does more damage? 3 shots at 33, which is 99. Or 80 something. So I want to be... Oh, I can't face anywhere, can I? He's either going to hit my front or the left again. I can't reinforce the left. Wait, does this just stay on until... Hang on. I don't want to use it. Tell me how it works. It just stays on. Okay. I'm going to leave the left reinforced, because that means he can either shoot the front, or he can move around to the left and hit the reinforced section. That said, he's a Dark Eldar. He might be able to just do a full loop-de-loop around me if he wants to. It's a very real possibility, isn't it? Yeah, the left's boosted, and that's where he's headed round, look. He's put his shadow field back up, unless he shoots. This is the thing. The shadow field goes away if you want to attack, and you're not going to win a battle unless you do some attacking, you know? So, I can come to a new heading again. I'm going to go there this time. Because I can probably try and get some hits with this lance and the dorsal lance.
No boarding action.
Got him. Got him.
I have missed this feeling.
That lance is really strong because it's not one attack. It takes a bunch of different hits, which means that those dodges aren't just like easily dodging everything. So yeah, Drakari are awkward, but like I say, they can only use their their shadow fields if they want to not attack you. So them taking a turn of being evasive also means them taking a turn of not shooting at you, which doesn't always work in their favour, shall we say. Okay. Now this is probably going to be a whole thing, isn't it, on here? Swift and merciless retribution is a proper fate for many transgressors, but the Imperium permits using the convicts for hard labour on distant prison worlds like Viabus 6. To atone for their crimes before humankind, hundreds of thousands of rogues and lowlives toil in the mines of the Von Valencia's protectorate until death from exhaustion or some other unfortunate accident claims their forsaken souls. Penal worlds. Very common in 40k. And when the war gets too bad, they'll all be called up for penal legion service. Given bare basic weaponry and absolutely no training and put on the front line of the enemy.
Whatever
In
you
Operation Hide Behind the Prisoners. I don't feel like this is a good thing. The man clawed at his throat right before he died. Broken, slashed and gutted body. Planetary warden. Caustic ooze gives off a sickening vapour.
I have travelled far darker
Or as
paths.
South Park called it, which is what I was avoiding. Right, what have we got? Enthralled gladiators. Well, I guarantee they're going to want to have a scrap, aren't they? You know?
Knowledge is eternal.
Just a feeling that these guys might be out for a fight. I'm going to go this way. Da-da, 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 da. Goods. Open the box, Pascal.
The machine gun grants me insight.
Ooh. That is a Drakari sword, that is. One-handed sword. With poisonous attacks. Venomous attacks, rather. It would only be a poisonous attack if you had to eat the sword. Yeah, don't bite your enemy's swords, ever. Oh, Xenos absolutely been here, Crabs, yeah. I mean, you can tell from the sword. It doesn't actually say what it's going to do toxin-wise, but you know it's going to apply toxin. This is one thing I would say to the developers.
Where's the profit in this?
The tooltips in this game still need some work. The tooltips still need a little bit of work. They don't quite give all the information I would like to have. But that said, I like to have quite in-depth information about the abilities and stuff that I'm going to be using. I don't know if... Let's just check. Maybe there's a setting that I'm missing that's like... Tooltip delay, tutorial stuff, auto pause, turn-based mode. No, okay. I was just wondering if we might have like
to traverse the unknown.
A show detailed tooltips or something like that. Because what I would like to know there is how much toxic damage is that going to do? What's it based off? Also, quite often the game references like such and such about warp damage, right? What deals warp damage? If a lot of abilities just say deals 20 to 24 damage. It doesn't tell me what type. Because there's also bits that are on about direct damage, fire damage, like piercing damage, and I'd love to know what damage type I'm using. So there's a little bit of work to do on the tooltips. It's maybe my one gripe about this. Tazara. The tall, lithe Xenos moves with the grace of an otherworldly predator. The creature gives you a dispassionate glance and casually speaks a few words that are immediately picked up by your elucidator. Mikandis, Aelith, what is this? Has one of the sisters found an amusing trinket in the ruins and saved it as a special treat for the Archon? The Xenos takes a quick look over her shoulder toward the platform, where a few more silhouettes in tar-black armour can be seen. It seems it is I who is in for a treat. I cannot even begin to fathom where my subjects found such an exotic beast, and a talking one at that. The Xenos' eyes light up with interest. The monkey understands my speech. Where did you come by a device that can translate our language? Are you trying to impress me by appearing useful? Such words will earn you a bout in the ring at most. Without weapons, and soon without your skin. Oh, these are Dark Eldar. The humans scattered around you on the platform stare as if they've seen a ghost. The eyes of some betray their fear. Others glare with bestial hatred, and yet more look upon you with hope. Who are you? My name is known to everyone on this planet. Monkey! I am Tazara the Deliverer, Tazara the Benevolent, the one who grants respite from the choking grasp of this world. I decide who lives, who dies, and who finds new purpose for their existence in Komorag's many arenas. Surely this is why you have come here, to fight for my ever-changing favour and for the privilege of being the first to be chained. Juliet chuckles haughtily. Such grandiose names for a soulless wretch who tortures the breathless and torments the powerless. Your words hint at a nobility you have never possessed. Cousin, what are you doing among this rabble? What an unexpected and tantalizing surprise. Tazara licks her lips hungrily. I cannot wait to take you in my arms and clasp you tightly to me. Do not waste your breath on your lies. Only the faint vestiges of blood connect the Asuriani and Dark Ones such as yourself. A small group of Xenos who neutralised the planetary defences and managed to ruin an entire world. Impressive. How much would it cost to hire you? It should be worth noting that both of your frigates are currently in bits in orbit. I just need you to know that. At the hand of my one little ship. How could you stoop to this, to killing one another for the amusement of the enemies of humanity? A hulking brute who can barely stand coughs up blood and wipes his lips. What, was I supposed to lie down and die? The ones who survived the arena, the Xenos take them away. I saw humans boarding shuttles with my own eyes. They're going to take us away from here, you hear? Yeah, but they're the Drukhari. They're not taking you away from here to take you anywhere you want. That shuttle was not the shuttle bus home. It was the shuttle to literal hell. This statement is false. You were supposed to furnish yourself with a means of respiratory protection and inflict maximum damage on the perpetrators before ceasing your vital functions. Pascal, yes? Stupid Ashmags, do you really think the Drukhari will whisk you away to a far-off wonderland? At best, they'll put you in chains. At worst. Yeah, who gives a shit about us convicts? The lanky buggers may keep me on a leash, but at least I'll be alive, not coughing up my lungs. If I were faced with such a choice, the Exalted One would guide me on the right path. How cruel you are to your unfortunate kin. These monkey have worked hard. I can't help it, it's Johnny Vegas in my head every time. Each of them fights with a strength born of desperation, seeking to earn their place in my box of toys. There is always room for more. My toys do break so very easily. To be reduced to a Xenos' plaything. A shameful fate for the scions of humankind. I presume the toxic atmosphere is your doing? It could be. Or perhaps my mere presence is enough to make base creatures like yourselves forget how to breathe? Tazara lets out a nasty chuckle. Are you really surprised at what happened? You wove the net right under your own feet. We merely knocked out the pin that drew it closed tight around you. A couple of volleys at the seals on the underground well, and the planet, the one you had turned inside out, did the rest. I hereby declare you a Category 3 blasphemer for tampering with the sacred production cycle of this world's extractiums. The drill on Pascal's mechadendrite springs to life with a howling screech. And your brethren finished what the planet has started. Oh, how they strived to please me and my entourage. How they slaughtered and tortured their own kin for mine and my sister's delight. How they decorated this little arena with still living monkey! Did you think all you see before you is the work of our hands? Think again. You ravaged the planet, wiped out millions of people, made those who survived bend the knee. You'll pay for this. Am I not paying for our mischief already? Am I not saving the worthiest among your kin, gifting them the right to die for the delight of my brothers and sisters? What kind of abhorrent ingratitude is this? From the dusk behind Tazara comes a cry. The distance between you and the Xenos is too great for the elucidator to interpret the words, but the tone alone speaks of irritation and impatience. Tazara raises her blade and points at you. Tell the other monkey that whoever slits your throat will depart for their new home ahead of schedule, and tell them to hold nothing back. Tonight they dance for Euremeris herself. Jesus, that's so hard to say. Euremeris herself, the great archon of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest. Persuasion minus 15, still an 85% chance. Do you truly wish to die at the Xenos' behest? If we join forces now, we can end this senseless carnage once and for all. Boop. Success. We're going to die anyway, might as well do it without the heretics brand. Slay the beasts! Tazara emits a furious scream and takes a step back, signalling to her companions. Oh no, we've been out. I don't feel like it is an ambush. You know, I don't personally feel like it is an ambush. Oh, witches! There's a Hecatrix over there. Okay, this might not be the easiest of fights. We've got one Hecatrix, 4 witches, a witch gunslinger. Most of those melee enemies. Certainly the witches. Yeah, it's alright because we've got the gladiator meat shield here. Right. Okay, can you stretch the rear line across... Where are you? Where is Jay? There. No, you can't. Okay, I need to get it to a place where both she and Uriel, Uriel can be in it.
I know what I'm doing, usually.
Oh, that's why, because I had to run over there first, you silly tart. Okay, midline goes there then. Front line, pop
I
it
can
on their
do
heads.
that with the right
How much they got?
incentive.
91, 91, 133. Hecatrix is the toughest one. 136, look, that one's tougher. Okay, so how many AP have you got? All of them. Uriet. No, don't shoot her. I nearly shot her instead of giving her the buff. That would have been embarrassing.
Tell me, and it is done.
Juliet, bring it down. So who can you shoot? 1, 2, 3. Okay. We've got 3 AP. It costs 1 to shoot. So I want a expose. 136 health. Do you reckon I can manage 136 health, chat?
I understand your intent.
Give him an exposure and hit this button for a 95% chance to hit 4.
I feel death
246
with my
damage.
hands.
Thank you very much. She's absolutely cracked. Like, and that one is bleeding. Cool. We haven't even had our first. Oh damn! It works. Her lethality's up to 149 because she dealt more than 5 direct damage with that. Oh. Oh, she did 24 direct damage. That's huge, though. That's absolutely massive. That is, that means the longer we're in a battle, the more deadly she's going to get as well. Because every time she shoots someone, she's going to deal at least 5 direct damage and increase her lethality more and more and more and more and more. And because that attack ability is based on her lethality, it's only going to just add up. Right, the enemy's cover is going to do a lot for them here. You're getting a benefit, aren't you? You're getting a huge benefit to your agility and stuff. Not that you're good at dodging, because you're in the heavy armour and everything, but, you know, it's nice. It's a nice thought. You make Pascal's next attack ignore cover for poops and giggles. Or just take a shot. Ah! There is another witch around that side, look.
Am I getting
Boop.
paid for this?
Ah, worth a try. Okay. That was the opening gambit. Hecatrix comes around. What are you equipped with? What is that? A blast fist. Oh, I didn't like that. So Uriet's probably going to kill you now? Hang on, wait. That's not worth it. Who's going next? This witch. 100% that witch. I can't shoot her. So it's one of these two. Which one of them's going next? This witch.
I am not your
We do that.
Xenos pet monkey.
We give her a exposure on our side. You can't see it, but it's there, I promise. And then we do a killing shot. Oh, hang on. Perfect spot? Yes.
If I
I
must.
don't think I need a precise shot because I'm already getting a... Do you know what? I'll do it. Because it pretty much guarantees the crit at this stage.
If it serves your
Also means that
cause.
cover's useless. 285. Love it. You love to see it, chat. We're then going to fire a dismantling attack
Pay
on
with
her.
your blood in the name of Kael and
You
Shakay.
call this a strike?
to make her bleed.
It's beneath me.
Yeah, good. Good. That's knackered her weapon skill, ballistic skill a bit as well. It should have anyway. Dismantling attack should have taken that down. Penalties to dodge and armour, certainly. She's got no armour on anymore. You are now naked. Congrats. Now the gladiators are going to have a go.
For this
They might not achieve much, but you're right in that they will at least meet shield wonderfully. You know? Alright, Cass, can you reach... You can reach either of those ones, so if I play this right, you might be able to blow them both up. 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. So you're going to give
If I
Juliet a
may.
turn. And she's going to spend it probably actually just blowing away this witch gunslinger. Just stuff that can do this. 1 ability,
If it serves
2
your
ability.
cause.
I can't do it. It's because I didn't get the 2 AP. Oh well, just do that. Still hits pretty hard and makes it bleed.
My fury.
Noted. I shouldn't have done all those abilities. Then she's going to self buff.
Me?
What does that put her on?
If you insist, Lord
131.
Captain.
It's not bad. That is technically enough to blow one of these away. So let's go tactical.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Who is going next? It's that witch on the outside. I don't think I can reach her with any of these. Nope. So the one for that is that witch gunslinger. Click,
Me.
click, boom.
If you
Oh, why aren't
insist,
you
Lord
dead?
Captain.
Why aren't you dead with your 4 hit points? Ooh, you blighter. Have I got any other turns before that? I've got a gladiator.
If I
Okay,
may,
see if we can finish off this one.
try with
Yeah.
grace, at least.
Foul breath.
Dark prowess. Ooh. Dark prowess. Double tap group effect applied. What that? Grants the witches the double tap ability for 3 rounds. What is that? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Anyway, that's lots of enemies dead, which is really what counts here. Oh wow, you've got a lot of hit... Oh no, you've not got a lot of hit points. Your health bar just hasn't gone down yet. Bored of this fast, Tazara. Who rules this arena? You or the monkey? Archon Euremeris. 2 times fire rate. Maybe it was 2 attacks, yeah. Your word is our command, Archon Euremeris. I can't pronounce all these weird Xenos names, chat. I can't do it. Oh, you've got a lot of hit points. You're crap with your shotgun, though. That's a shame. Now it's time for Abelard. Okay, so Abelard's... Oh, my knee. Best play here is to run up. 2 points to charge in. 1 to expose on my side. Another one to slap it in the kidneys. Ideally.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
So then we put an expose on our side. What's the hit chance on this kill shot? 38%. Yeah, take the normal attack. That did the trick. It didn't need to be any more than that. Endure whatever's coming. Who's left? Just this guy? Yep, just this one. Because as much as it showed me the enemies up here, they decided not to do anything. I didn't do a boot check on Abba. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I will tear your heart.
Wonder how much bleeding she's going to do at the start of her turn. 23! That's good. That's based on lethality, that is. Quick attacks. Damn. I mean, well played, mate. Pascal is coming for that booty, though. But here's the thing about Pascal, right? He can expose you. Mark you as his prey. I mean, she's got 9 hit points left. I just want to make sure that she gets hit, basically. Oh, this attack always hits. Playing the bounty. Boop. Nice. The surviving fighters turn their heads towards you one after another. All eyes on the battlefield are glued to you. Those who fought with me get to the shuttle. As soon as we're away from here, I will give orders for the immediate evacuation of the remaining survivors. And that's a little bit more iconoclast goodness as well. You know, how am I doing on that now? Have I hit... Hey, I've got the second ability, Master of Command. I've also got the first from Dogmatic, which is nice. First round of every combat, we get a bunch of extra movement points. Everyone does. Right, Dark Eldar loot. And armor. Ooh. The question is, can Yuliet use Dark Eldar armor? And more importantly, will she? No, she cannot. She doesn't have Drukhari armor, and hers is better anyway, so put all of that in the box. We also nicked a bunch of weaponry off them over the course of that. A lot of knives. Poisoned Hekatari blade. I'm not going to use them. I'm going to be honest with you. They're not getting used. There was probably a blast pistol as well from that Hecatrix. Yeah. Dark Light Blast. 60% armor penetration on that last shot. That's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Hey, Boo.
Have you heard about the invisible PC?
No.
Okay, that was kind of the preface for this conversation.
Invisible PC.
There is a legit invisible PC.
Right.
It works. It's not a... Like, it works. By an amazing being called basically Homeless.
It's invisible.
So the keyboard is embedded in the desk.
Right.
And is flush.
Yes.
The monitor is glass, perspex stuff, and is floating.
Mm-hmm.
And the mouse doesn't exist.
Right.
It also has 0 cables. You use a mouse, like the way you're using a mouse right now, you still do that
You
on the
move your
table.
hand.
Mm-hmm. You can play Minecraft with it. It's proven.
It's a bunch of tracking, I'm going to guess. Like,
No. One bit of tracking.
one bit of tracking.
He worked tirelessly for months. It's the coolest thing. Basically Homeless is the name of the channel.
Yeah, don't just shout that randomly on the... That
I
needs
would
context.
Absolutely recommend. Anyway, a couple of months back, he's done a 2.0. He's upgraded it.
Right.
And it's beautiful. And I'm just looking at all of the wires that you're basically like part desk at this point.
Yeah, I am integrated currently, aren't I?
So now I'm like, what do I have to do to get this dude to like hook you up?
My guess would be a lot.
Yes, he nearly broke his own sanity.
Yeah,
with
trying to get this to
project.
work, you know. Okay.
A nice little
But
stroll.
my god, they're going to be everywhere in the future. I can feel it. I'm very excited about it.
Looks like the Xenos gave up on this world after you spoiled their fun. Oh, so have I saved the world? Just by this one fight? Cool. Killed 5 Dark
follow
Eldar,
my own.
saved the world.
No. You saved it for now.
But only for now.
For now, you know.
If such is the Emperor's
Okay.
will.
So, yeah, the dancing boots only work on the enemy I pass through as well. I only get the dodge bonus against the enemy that I actually go through. Oh, hey! This is another colony. What? What?
Only for now.
Only for now. Oh, God, what? Right. Oh, okay.
Punishment of the Thinkers.
This needs new convicts. Various dangerous literates and idle thinkers could supplement the workforce. Player character gains the Enemy of Knowledge feature.
I would do badly.
Grants 5% damage against Psykers and Navigators.
You realise that's our whole job.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just illegal there.
Oh shit, all allies gain 10% crit damage? That's... Or the rogue trader gains plus 10% dodge against human enemies. So basically I can wait on this until I've got the necessary reputation, my god, to do these other
Taylor
ones.
Swift teach you nothing.
Well, back in my day. I don't know why I've gone into that. Back in my day. The Punisher one's quite cool. 10% dodge against human enemies, but the Cutthroat's also good.
Did you hear that click?
I did hear that click. Which part of you was it?
That was my middle toe bone. As in, like, not the bit on the toe, the bit that actually is connected in the middle of my foot. It was very specific.
I saw a TikTok on the desk that VC is on about. Actually not that hard to build custom cases. The worst part is ensuring airflow.
Yes.
And forking out for extension looms for the wiring loom. Yeah, I can feel that.
And Foul, that was absolutely... that and not listening to his crafty friends about how to use resin were the biggest falls he had. But it is stunning. Again, I will say their name again. Basically Homeless. Don't go and look at it now, because you're here.
Yeah.
It would be very rude to just leave mid-conversation.
Stop sending people away from my stream. God,
no,
rude.
just that they shouldn't leave mid-conversation is what I'm saying.
All of these have massive negatives, though. Efficiency, security, or complacency. All of them. That one gives bonus with the Drusians.
Val, I have. Also, Toolbox and I may have mentioned before, we've been testing out some lovely new tech last year. Ah, there's so much new things.
I know.
But
I'm gonna wait on this.
this era of clutter-free, invisible tech, I am here for it. Get rid of the wires. Get rid of the chaos.
More chaos. Add wires. Just for poops and giggles.
You're gonna...
I'm going to go out and buy a load of wires. I'm not even going to attach them to anything. I'm just going to drape them all around the back of my desk and like...
That's basically what you've already done.
Yeah, but I'm going to do it more.
You have the most beautiful beast, which came very streamlined, and your desk is still covered in wires.
Yeah, I know. It's because as beautiful as the beast is, you still have to run wires from it to everything else. You know?
There has to be a better way than this toolbox.
There must be a better way.
Do you not see what your careless hands have wrought? The chaos you have bring upon our house.
No, it's fine.
That was my 3-year acting degree.
That was your
You're
acting
welcome,
degree at work, was it?
Yeah.
Love it.
Paid for itself.
Paid for itself, yeah. Let's go and explore this place. Whee! I will settle for less wires, but I would never be convinced that wireless mouse, keyboard, headphones are better. Me neither. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of wireless ones.
This is why this desk is so exciting, because it is not a wireless keyboard.
Yeah.
The keyboard is just embedded in the desk.
Just integrated in the desk.
But also, you get all your clicky clackies. You know how I like my clicky clackies.
You like your clicky clackies.
And it's still.
To be fair, yes, with a keyboard, haptic feedback is really important.
Yeah. And the only my thing is, if you're not actually holding a mouse in your hand, but still having to do that shape, I reckon you're going to get cramp. Because your hand muscles are not resting on anything.
Yeah.
So I think you'll get cramp.
None of this is good. During the warp voyage, the middle decks reported strange gatherings that were attracting dozens of officers. An investigation quickly bore fruit. One of the acolytes from the auger deck has proclaimed himself a prophet and is rambling about purification by blessed fire. Only the perilous influence of the warp can explain the strange convictions and uncanny zeal of this person.
Well, that piece lasted all of 5 minutes.
Coercion -25 or law warp -25. Surveil them or dispose. I think dispose, but I've only got a 50% chance of this working. Success. The mysterious disappearance of the prophet and more frequent inspections of decks and living quarters quickly put an end to the growing popularity of the sect. After a few days, the people who visited the gatherings preferred to simply put the episode behind them.
Did you just assassinate them?
Absolutely, yeah. Welcome to Warhammer 40,000. We just kill our problems.
So problematic.
We just kill our problems. No, it's not problematic because we killed all the problems.
Meanwhile, in Dreamlight Valley, a known tyrant, I'm like, here, have half of my magic. Oh my god, it went wrong?
Yeah, oh no.
That's so crazy.
Lord Captain, Drakari ships are patrolling the system. The likelihood of slipping past their patrols unnoticed is close to 0.
Convincing.
I thought so. That's been his accent all the way through, by the way. Oh no, because I tried him Scottish.
Excuse you.
I tried him Scottish at first and it didn't work.
Excuse you, I wasn't saying that the accent wasn't convincing. I was saying his conviction wasn't convincing. I had fully invested in your character, sir.
Oh shit nuggets.
Less so now.
Yeah. That's not his character, that's just me. I believe that I am qualified to play the role of me.
L Crabs, this ship will be whatever I damn say it is.
I stand ready to serve you and the Imperium.
Alert!
Lord
The
Captain.
Drakari have blocked some of your flagship's posts using an unknown Xenos power. Your crew will regain control. Oh my god! Sigil class destroyers. Oh, well that puts your shadow fields down at least. Oh, I'm gonna die.
I mean, they're called the Unreliable. That's good, right?
That's my ship.
Oh.
Which you named at the start of this playthrough the Unreliable.
That does sound like something I would do, but I have no memory of it.
% something that you did.
You got no proof.
These are recorded.
Nah, no one saw nothing.
I hate to break that to you. Right, come to new heading. Let's
It is a great name. It's just it comes with a lot of foreshadowing.
Can I reach? Yes, I can. Take some speculative shots.
L Crabs is suggesting torpedoes.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the best direction to fire them is going to be.
there's that
Don't
rock.
worry. It can't hit me. It's in the foreground. It's fine. It's fine.
Wait, you're in the background of your own story?
Yes, apparently. It's very rude. Pew! That halved his health. Why did his...
It wasn't me, it was Severin.
Why did his shadow field go up? Certain chance to be re-engaged at the start of the ship's turn or in response to enemy fire that causes hull damage. Interesting. They have a fancier shadow field that can potentially switch itself on when you attack them. Oh well, guess I'd best attack them more. Severin says that the unreliable was their suggestion.
Yeah.
I was almost certain that it was Hugh Fun that insisted on it. Sorry. Fair. I'm still going to indirectly blame Hugh of Fun because she was present and didn't stop us from doing it.
Severin is a loyal soldier of the Rainbow Retreat.
So therefore, your responsibility still.
No.
Boop! Oh, that did so much damage. Not quite enough. But it also turned him away from me. Oh god, 10 rounds left. 10 rounds for what? Survival? Oh boy. I have pissed off every escort in the system, haven't I? And they're slowly turning up.
Yeah, also the pool boy will not help you.
What?
Chat knows.
What?
Whenever you say pool boy, it sounds like you're saying pool boy. It's great.
No.
It is, because it's like the pool boys are going to turn
God,
up.
there's no way we're winning this. Absolutely no way. There's just more and more of them turning up with their silly shadow lances.
What happens when the ship dies?
Game over.
Ah,
Game over, man. Game over.
game over and like return to a save point?
Yeah.
Clumsy
Need
and
to
fragile.
restart the void
No
shields.
match for our Zuriani craftsmanship.
And that's it. That's me dead. New plan, chat. New plan. Yeah. So I think the problem there is we've basically pissed off every patrol in this system. Yep. And the fact that they're getting a turn before us again is horrendous. And look, they just carved straight through our shields before we even get to do anything. So, how are we going to deal with this? Post of the Master of Maneuvers damaged for 1 round. So he doesn't attack this turn. So I think actually I could turn up the violence on him a little bit harder. I'm going to put torpedoes there. Yeah, we're just going to go ham on this guy in front of us. Pew! That's a miss. Which one of these was more damaging? It's the left one, isn't it? Got to find a way to reduce their numbers, this is the thing. Now, is he going to attack me in the left? Or is... Yeah, because the left is weakened already. So buff up the shields there and brace for impact.
I have a shiner tomorrow, so Minnie just clocked me in the sleep.
Bless you.
He's having
Oh, God. These are coming way too fast. Bloody hell. Yeah, I feel like our ship needs
He's
significant...
just done a victory
It's
lap.
woohoo! This is the thing about Drakari ships, right? They are movers.
Yeah.
I don't really want to use the torpedo ability, but I also really just want to knock one of these bastards out before their shields go back up.
Is this if you just come back from the save, or no, you've not got
I've
it
just
yet?
loaded. Yeah, I just had to load.
Oh, dang.
2, 3, 4, 5. Does that count? Like if I put the torpedoes there and then force activate them in my turn, is that going to work out? I'm not going to take the risk. I'm not going to take the risk. How much damage do they do? I've utterly forgotten that, and it won't tell me now. Okay, let's knock out this shit, because I think they should be able to do that. Boom, gone. Torpedoes is big licks. Can you hit from there? You can hit from there, but I want again. I want a big lick because any hit could turn that damn shadow field back on. Oh no, dorsal. Or go over there. That's fine. Pew. Yeah, there's that damn shadow field. So just do what you can. Which apparently is nothing. Excellent work, missing with every attack. We love it. Oh, god damn it. I hate this. I've not quite got a shot on them. No! And then I've accidentally double-clicked. Right, go somewhere else. I want to hit them! I can't, so they're about to turn around and plunge me a new one. Reinforce the front shields because it's probably where they're going to hit. I imagine they'll shoot before they move. Oh, here come the extra enemies, actually. One's in there.
So is Rogue Trader your favourite of the Warhammer games?
So far, yes. I've always wanted a Warhammer game where I can play around like this in a... Oh, God!
Absorption potential.
In the 40k universe is like an RPG kind of
Void
stuff.
shield is
Yeah, see, they've just
non-functional.
happily nipped round to where the shield isn't. So we're dead.
Begs for our aid.
This is impossible. I don't think this is a fight we can win yet. I don't think it is. I think we need some serious ship upgrades before we can win this.
So what's the option? Can you...
Load from before and come back here later.
Right.
I think we'll really struggle. We're just taking too much damage too fast.
Yeah.
And that's the issue.
And like you said, with their movement range, you've not really got a hope in...
I've not got a hope. Yeah, not a strong enough ship for this one yet. So...
But, look at it this way.
That's
That's
the
giving you
auto.
something to work up to.
Yeah, it has. This is the thing. This is the thing. We know what we're aiming for now. And this is the first encounter... Oh, god damn it. Have I got to do this again? This is the wrong save. Need to find some gith. This is the first encounter that we've had so far that we've not been able to take on straight away.
So that's pretty good then.
So it's pretty good. And it's just because our ship doesn't quite have the power. Okay, no, my save options are do the prison fight again or win this battle. So I'm going to give this battle one more go. Because that's not a great start. That's the starting point for the battle. There's nothing I can do to change that.
Can you run away?
No, the enemy goes first.
You can't run away now?
No. No, I can't escape. I don't believe I even have a disengage button. What I do have is a reboot shields button, which... reduces my speed and firing range, but restores the shields at the start of my next turn. Could work. It could work if we repeatedly reboot the shields, couldn't it? So it's got a 5-round cooldown. Maybe we wait until we take slightly more damage, chat. God damn it, hit him. That's not doing anything. No, fire the torpedoes from here. Go to there. Fire those left guns in the hope of doing something. So it makes you Prince Adam and not his alter ego. Fair. Oh, and next time we're going to try ramming. Because I can go straight forward from here and into this guy and see if we can take him out before everything goes to piss and fire.
Last time I'll interrupt. So the
Promises.
mouse... Today.
Yeah, there we go.
The mouse is an electronic field
Right.
that can... Wait for it. It is aware of disturbances in that field. A disturbance in the Force, you may say.
Dear Lord.
Ah! Jedi mouse.
I mean, it is a cool thing. It is a cool thing. However,
A cool thing that you're up for trying to build?
no.
Ah.
Absolutely not. Can I end my turn? Oh, I must reach an end phase cell, mustn't I? Yes.
Yeah.
I see. Let's
That
go
was
over here.
close.
Pretty much the only one I've got. See, this guy likes to come and park himself in front of these torpedoes and then shoot me. Which I'm not against.
I just feel like you've presented your rear.
I presented stronger shields. Undamaged shields. That's what I was aiming for.
I'm sure most people would
Which
refer to their
apparently,
rear that way.
these guys don't care about, because all their weapons seem to be damaging me through my shields. So I'm not quite sure what the point is. Okay, torpedoes, you do your job, and I'll do mine.
Their efforts will be for naught.
No, come on, how have you cheesed that?
Because I didn't realise that torpedoes, you don't target one enemy adjacent to them, they hit all enemies adjacent to them. I didn't realise that. I thought they targeted one enemy and did damage to that.
I'm shooting you right now.
Yeah, I can't do anything about it. It's turn-based. I have to just wait. Suck it up, Buttercup. I didn't know that. That's amazing. Save here? I mean, I could. I'm going to reboot the shields. I can't save mid-battle, apparently. Not allowed.
But you know what to do, and arguably next time if you did that earlier, you'd take less damage, right?
In theory, yes. Let's see. Don't put those stupid... No! This is the problem. You can't reliably, like, burst fire one down because they just put up this stupid shield and become invulnerable. Or really hard to hit, more specifically. But, you know, it's essentially the same thing. No. Right, new plan. We're gonna pull a big old Yui. Unfortunately, we have to come back a little bit, but right, keep the front shield strengthened.
I love watching you play when you have renewed hope.
Hits. Thanks.
I wasn't being sarcastic, I was...
Okay. I don't know if I can survive this turn. Oh shit, there's more turned up. No, there's no way. There's yet more enemy ships turning up. There's like 2 turning up every turn.
But if you can do that move earlier, then surely less will be turning up overall.
No, I did that in turn 1.
Oh.
So, there's not much earlier I could have pulled that off, unfortunately.
I guess you're doing a prison thing?
I guess I'm doing a prison thing. He's going to be able to shoot me as well. They're just so manoeuvrable. And there's so rutting many of them. Oh, well, he's dead. Probably. I mean, I'm not surviving long enough to kill him, I don't think. Because these rutting Shadow Lancers do not care that I have shields. They really don't care. Here we go.
Timorous blue shrouds the decks, Lord Captain.
Still have 32 shields on that side, and it can just go straight through. I don't know how their weapons work. That's part of the problem as well. Like,
It's like knife-free butter, isn't it?
yeah. I've got no hope, and I can't run away from them because they're so much faster than me. So that's not going to be a tactic. I think I just need to be stronger. Ah, that's not even killed him. Look. Come on. Got one, I guess. For what it's worth, one of them is dead. Put down some torpedoes there. Go to there. Fire on him with the big gun. Puts his stupid defense fields up, that's fine. I can't quite ram him. That said, a ram would definitely kill me as well. Like 100% I would die. Just do that. Turn him away from me. Because I'm pretty sure that all their guns are on turrets as well, so they can shoot in like a 270-degree arc. Yeah, he's going to shoot at my torps. And me, apparently. Look how far he's just... I
told you, he's doing victory laps
He is.
every fucking time.
It doesn't matter that I faced him away from me because they can do a full 360-degree turn in a single go. Well, bollocks. Looks like we're doing the prison fight again, chat. Ugh! So annoying.
Got this.
So annoying. Right, we'll skip through the dialogue and murder the shit out of the Dark Eldar this time, and not go to that other system until we've got a stronger ship. I don't know if we get a bigger ship at any point in the game, like a cruiser or anything, but here's hoping, eh? Right, we'll just open the goods.
So shall it be.
Yarp. Skippity skip. Da-da-da-da-da. Who are you? Doing the toxic atmosphere as you're doing. Why are you killing each other? Watch me fail the bloody test this time as well. Ravaged the planet, wiped out millions. Oh. For God's sakes.
Performing target selection ritual.
And I've just misclicked my way through that combat, so now I have to fight everyone. I need to stop clicking down here in amongst where the options are going to appear, you know? It's not a smart move. Maybe, chat, maybe if I was less of a critical idiot, this would go better. However, that doesn't appear to be the case, does it?
I love to lead.
Right, it auto runs us through there. Boop, boop. Who are you? Continue, continue, continue. This your fault? Yes. Fighters, why are you killing each other? Ravage the planet. Persuasion 15. Success. Good. Got it. Now we get help.
Give me the power to eradicate thy enemies.
Right, Jay. This time we're going to place the rear line correctly as well.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Why not use numbers? Because I pressed the wrong ones anyway. I'm bad at that as well.
Don't
Good
get too
times.
cocky.
The midline there. For the hell of
I
it.
can do that
Buff
with the right
Juliet.
incentive. Am I getting paid for this?
We do that. She targets this witch.
Your Xenos pet monkey.
I never said that you were my pet. Now kill the enemy for
If
me.
it serves your cause.
Sit, roll. Roll over. Play dead. Boop.
Another soul
Good.
slips beyond the veil. I understand your intent. Ancestors guide
You get that
me.
one. Did that do some direct damage as well? Only 3. Not enough for a buff. But I am on 153 lethality already, which is a good start. 21, 34. Take a slight increase.
You've got a problem? I've got a prize.
Worth a try. What's next? Hecatrix comes round, probably throws that stupid grenade again. Predictable. Monofilament grenade for everyone. Actually does surprisingly little damage, that does. That didn't explode last time. Well. Okay, next customer is that witch again, and then it's that witch, so...
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Again, never said you were.
If I must.
Where's the expose on them? Still off weirdly to the
This
side.
tedium is beneath me.
You're not my pet, but stay out of the mansion, because you're not house trained yet. Awkward. Precise attack. And
I understand your intent. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
What? Oh, I didn't use killing... Oh,
I am not
boy.
your Xenos pet monkey. Fortune favors the swift.
That's not quite going to kill him. I just used a regular attack like an idiot. A regular, normal, ordinary attack.
You don't frighten me.
Give you yet another turn, in which you'll probably be able to rectify that error. We'll dismantle the Hecatrix.
Creatures, ancestors guide me.
Then we will
If it
take care
serves your
of this
cause.
stronger witch here as well. Whoop.
I deal death with
Still
my
enough.
hands.
My blood.
Finish him.
If I must.
Them. It.
Hear you
I don't really know.
moving,
It's an alien. I don't know how to
no
describe it. Do they have the construct of gender in the same way that we do? Who knows?
I am a
lasers.
navigator, not a
Ah,
servitor.
eye lasers.
As duty demands.
There we go. They're getting bored now. They grow bored. Good. Right, who's left? Ah, nice shot. You've actually hit with your shotgun that time. Yay! 2 gunslingers over there. And my next 2 characters are my melee beans, so that's not going to be wildly useful. You got any grenades? Yeah, we have. Of course we have. Let's throw a toxin grenade. Right on you. Oh, I can't. Good. Why? How about now? Good. Yep, if you stand there, you will die. Can't aim with the combat shotty. But I can buff resilience. That's fine. You can just stand and tank. Abelard. You can't even do the same thing. So, can you dance macabre through that cover? Is that a thing? No. Or maybe you can.
That's
No,
not
you
the
can't.
Seneschal's job.
That'd be far too cool if you could. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no like jump abilities or anything like that that would allow him to just move past everything. However,
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
there is this.
Victory is imminent.
Yeah, heavy bolter.
It will be done.
Why spend nades when it's mop up? Because I never spend nades. I never use them. So I was just like, I might as well use some.
Brace
Ow, you
yourself,
big rude.
Abelard.
He died of toxins. Here we go. Right, Pascal's gonna move up here. Expose you. I didn't even get a chance to use my armor buff or anything like that. Oh yeah, he's gonna take the free hit. Boop. God damn it, Pascal.
My vow is to serve.
Silent thresh.
Alright, calm down. Here we go. If nothing else kills it, then Jaya will give Juliet a turn.
Stop hitting me, Ashmag. I hold all
Up
the
to
cards.
4 shots you have, Juliet. To take
This
15
TV
hit
has
points
been
off this
neat.
guy. Good work. Iconoclast. Ditch those. Hecatrix. Eat the blast pistol. That sounds fun. Blast pistol sounds more powerful. And that. And whatever's in there. Cool. Right. I'm also done that. Save. So I don't have to do this stupid fight again. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not angry. Not per se. And the loot in the back? I think I got that, didn't I? There wasn't loot in the back. There was just like a... Oh, hey, look, the Dark Eldar have left. No, so we've technically freed that planet, which is good, which is great. I'm not going to go to the next sector because we are woefully underprepared to deal with it. So that's fine. So, choices now are return to Dargonus, where we have to arrange a reception for the Navis Nobility. We'll see if we can get to one of these other sections. There's a route from Janus over to Orselio Prophecy. So that's a possibility. And there's some relatively safe jumps towards it. So we could do that. In the first run, we didn't go there. Yes, I know exactly where you mean. I know exactly where you mean. It's a good point. It's a good point. There was like a little back area near a drill. Except I can't go back there, so never mind. Oh wait, but I can. Load the game. So stupid. Pardon me, chat, whilst I save scum myself to a single bit of loot. It's fair, and now that Krabs has mentioned that I missed it, I will be incensed if I don't go back and get it, so now I have to. Now I'm required.
How can one find the right way?
Well, first of all, I just found something I never found before. So, there's some cargo. But it was back here, wasn't it? Nice.
Operation.
Yeah, it's that Drakari weapon, which I'm not actually going to use, but it's nice to have it. What's wrong with this? Massive crusher designed to extract ore from rocks. It's covered with a thick layer of dust and rubble. Nice.
Executing request.
Right, now I can go home, I believe. Should have saved again. Elkrabs, I swear, if you now tell me that I missed another bit of loot, I will be fuming, but I won't be going back, I'll tell you that much. Oh yeah, by the way, you left the most powerful weapon in the game down there. God damn it! That's why we explore every nook and cranny of these games, isn't it, really? Right, I have not been to Latosian's Passage yet, which is up through there. I haven't been to these 4 places, which will be important. And there's a few more down here as well. I've never even seen... Oh no, I can see one route to them. It's really dangerous. But that is the only route to them other than charting something new. So, rather than spend a bunch of points, I'm going to just do an unsafe warp travel to each of them. Also, did you get those massive shield upgrades there? Let's try. Dispose of the new emergent profit. Success. So that still happened, by the way. That still happened. Even though I went to a different place. It's like it was just due to happen on this jump. Weird. Let's go meet the Navis Nobility. This obviously needs to happen. During the warp journey, the augurs discovered a strange object that had been following the rogue trader's void ship for several hours. Judging by the distorted telemetry, it was vaguely shaped. It was a strangely shaped vessel of Xeno origin. The unidentified pursuer tried to approach the void ship several times, allowing the augurs to observe the shimmering energy sails unfurled among the shifting currents of the warp. The strange chase ended after the mysterious ship vanished in the depths of the Sea of Souls. Like, that sounds like an Eldari ship, but do they use the warp to get around? I thought they used the webway. Rather than going through the warp. Because, as far as the Eldar are concerned, going through the warp is always bad. TM. And after we do whatever we're doing on this planet, I'm going to go nip to the trader guy again and see if we can unlock anything. Hey! So we completed the ecstasiums. Freaky words. Bad augurs, we want to fight! Right? Right, genetic mercy. The genetic purges will be stopped. This world needs working hands. Yeah, basically. People times 4. Void ship gains Pirate's Bane, plus 5% crit against pirates, or Master Raider. I want that one. The bonus scrap. Because that's only good against pirates, but gaining plus 20% scrap every time means I will be able to upgrade my ship more, and it will be inherently more powerful. So I need to save up 4 provisions. I lose 3 security for it, though. That's not ideal. But we'll see if we can get it back some other places. Need Kasbalika mission and Xenotech for that one, or Fellowship of the Void and People for that one. That's the one that gives Zealot. Ancient and fearsome weapons captured on the ship of the arch enemy's devotees. Slaves will be secretly resold. Good! Doctrine of Rationality requires 2 people, increases efficiency by 3. Requires 3 people. So Genetic Mercy is the next thing to get enough people to get the decree on diligence and stuff like that. So, gotcha. Got 2 points of complacency so far. Increasing and decreasing profit factor produced in the colony. Cool. And I can't do any others at the same time, can I? No, I didn't think so. What? You okay? Oh, good. Okay, didn't happen in here, but chat, we may be seeing some power surges. So if I suddenly cut off, that's why. I will perform the necessary Texasism. Oh. Didn't happen in here.
Family in check.
The ghosts of my grandparents being annoyed. I don't know. Just look. Look, she never ate red meat. Just, I think anything could be the answer. Hey?
I mean, I was watching.
Oh, because you were like, oh, I didn't do anything, and I was like, just anything could have annoyed her. She refused to eat red meat, or
Okay, but I was
things like
literally
that.
just watching a video of someone cooking red meat.
No,
So,
well,
like,
sorry.
maybe I did do something.
Maybe you did do something. Maybe you were, considering eating red meat in her house.
I mean, we've done that many times.
We've done that many times. We like red meat too much. Nom nom nom. Delicious meat.
No, for real though. None of the lights went in here.
Nope. This was absolutely fine. Unless you noticed anything go wibbly on my camera. Gotta love it.
Because the centre light got fixed, right?
Yes, yeah, it's all fixed. It's all fine. All the electrics in there have tested, fixed.
You might need to get him to have a second look. It's not buzzing, but...
Buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing. Right, we needed to talk to you, Clementia. What about the meetings with the navigators? Allow me to report. The esteemed navigators of House Orselio have taken residence in the guest estate and await a meeting with you. How would you like to receive them? Make arrangements for a reception. You will lose profit factor, but I think we need to do this. Worthy of the refined tastes. Understood, your lordship. Would you like to hold this meeting shortly? Yes, we're ready for the talks. Then I'll have messengers sent to retrieve the esteemed guests. So we're pretty much, I think, here going to have to convince the navigators why we should keep Cassia. Has VC been magnetified in the toolbox? Maybe. Maybe VC is a big walking magnet now. Here we go. If we want them on side, we need to spend the point of profit factor to make the party a fancy party, because they're going to expect it, aren't they? Regent Aronto Orselio, esteemed delegation, the Rogue Trader and the Von Valencia's Protectorate welcome you. Come this way, please. Cool, 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 cool. Rubbing up too much on the spanners. Hey, hey. It's a family show. It's not. It's not really. I say shit and piss too many times for it to be a family show, but at least I don't drop the F or C bombs. So, it's nice to know that there's a line that I draw. Well, I'll tell you one thing, though. I do drop F-bombs when Hugh of Fun squeaks Amogus squeaky toys right in my ear when I think she's left the room. Because that was terrifying. The esteemed representatives of the Navis nobility have arrived at the Rogue Trader's court, the regent of the great house Orselio, Aronto Orselio. You're still on about Magnus. That's fair. It was not brilliant. His companions, Lady Glyceria Orselio, Navigator Leso Simon Orselio, and his intended bride, Lady Navigator Alexandrina Orselio, Lady Navigator Elena Heteria Orselio, and Navigator Danax Orselio. Orselio and all his wacky friends. Nice little synchronized bow there. A tall, wizened old man proudly stares at you with milky, unblinking eyes. Loose skin sways with his every move, as if the navigator's flesh has detached from his bones. An unsightly hole mars the regent's face where his nose should be, and the old man's skull is covered with spiky growths. Rogue trader, the regent's piercing voice cuts through the silence. On behalf of House Orselio, we would like to express our immense satisfaction at this meeting, and our gratitude for the warm welcome. It pleases us to know there are still lords in the Coronis Expanse who observe etiquette and the traditions of hospitality. See, this is going to help me. And yet this is not why we are here. Our grace is obliged to note how much the rogue trader has done for House Orselio by protecting its beloved child. We waited for many turns to behold her radiant visage. The regent shifts his unblinking gaze to Cassia. Come now, child. There is much we need to discuss. Cassia steps forward, but then stops and looks at you. What's going to be the right choice here? Nod wordlessly, or as long as the Lady Navigator remains under my protection, I will speak on her behalf. Like, the right noble thing to do would be nod wordlessly, I think. But I'm not sure if that's the correct thing to do here. Like, we can't afford to lose Cassia. So they're not taking her away no matter what. They're not. She's like 30% of our damage output, if not more. She's a big part of the party. Nod wordlessly. Damn it. Esteemed Regent, it pleases me to see the gleaming sheen of gold and turquoise above your brow. It is thanks to the efforts of the rogue trader that I stand here today, and there is so much I want to tell you, but what is it you desire to hear most? We know what happened at the station, child. Your connection to the Atlas has grown so strong, we felt the turmoil in your soul, and the events that transpired have shaken us. Reddish-brown splotches cover the Regent's face. We do not wish to discuss the transgressions of the rogue trader. This is not the time or the place. That in the Toolbox von Valentius chose to side with the most despicable renegades among the Navis nobility and caused the demise of our brother Theobald Thrice Pioneer, well, we will overlook that in exchange for your rescue child. Now come, it is time we departed for your new home so that we may finish what we started. Yeah, here he is, trying to take her away. Esteemed Regent, perhaps I could continue my education while still accompanying the rogue trader on his travels. Just imagine how much I could learn beyond the bounds of... Cassia notices the Regent's furious glare and falls short. Cassia, I would be honoured if you decided to stay. Unthinkable! Excuse me.
House Orselio was not involved in the attack!
He just ran at Cassia with a chainsword. You're done effed up now. That man has a bolt gun. Oh, no, now he's soup. No more bolt gun man. He's just soup now.
Do you really believe you can match a child of a Surion?
Hello. So it would seem that whilst some of the navigators are cowering in various places, one of them, Lady Navigator Elena, has decided to try and kill us. This has been considered a foolish move by all present, and there will be repercussions. 100% repercussions. Right. How are we positioned here? Let's get Jai and Sniper Queen over here, ready to take out that Navigator turn 1. I don't want to give her any chance. Then it's going to be Cassia. Cassia, I think this might be a lidless stare time. And then it'll be Pascal. So actually Pascal's going to come up here and get ready to multi-melter, or melter gun anything that survives. Good. Abelard and Toolbox are just going to be ready for the charge. Oh god, Toolbox started on the throne, didn't he? Of course he bloody did. Is that everyone? That's everyone. Right, let's go. Jay, I want you to stick these guys in a front line so they take more damage. That is what that does, isn't it? Yep, all enemies suffer. Plus 19% damage, so you're gonna get hit even harder. Good!
I can do that. With the
Then
right
give
incentive.
Juliet... Don't bunch up for the stare. As if I'm going to let her.
You cannot force me along.
No line of sight. Are you shitting me? I can't shoot her. There was a way, though. There was a way. Can I load at the start of this combat? No, I can't. Because she's got an ability that lets them move. That's a ball ache. That's a massive, massive kick, that is. He's got a bolt gun, though. I don't particularly want to get shot with that, so...
If it's
Oh, don't worry, Crabs. There's still ways I can make sure that they don't get that attack off. You know? Boop! Holy shit balls, he survived.
I deal
Shame
death
that.
with my hands.
Okay, so now it's her actual turn. How much movement does that give? 7. Could run Abelard up to her. Probably not the best use of the ability, but I could. Right,
Don't
activate the
get
kill
too
zone
cocky.
stratagem.
Watch my back.
Round to here. And take a wee plink at...
Am I getting
Lady
paid
Navigator
for
Alina.
this?
Ah, she dodged it. Of course she did. Right, Cassia.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
This ruddy pillar in the way, look. There we go. That's all the enemies. Oh, I think I need to go there, actually, so I don't get attacked. I know he's got a ranged weapon. I don't need to worry about that.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Well, we're on 126. It's not the biggest lick they'll ever get, but...
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Good.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
You do that. Have they, like, all got... No, they haven't all got exposures on. It's just a couple of them over here, in fact. It's actually very few of them. Let's just... I think he can only do it to things in line of sight, unfortunately. Right, claim the bounty. Won't quite kill her. That said, we're also not going to hit her.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
That's better.
Significant value.
There you go. She's not having a turn. Mark up him. Hey, we've leveled up as well. And see if we can kill him. Oh, it doesn't do enough damage. Balls! Go for the armor buff. Oh god, did we get like 1 point of it? Yeah, we got 1 point of it. Damn it. Knacker every enemy weapon you can then.
Prognosis is favorable.
What I can do though is hunt down that prey and kill him.
Activating force mode sacrament.
Yep, good. And that puts exposure on everyone else as well. Now, a couple of them actually get turns.
Martyrdom is a reward.
Right, Juliet. So, sorry that you couldn't be the one to absolutely murder the ever-loving shite out of the bad guy. However,
I understand
didn't
your
mean to open
intent.
I really don't need to do that, do I? Just do this.
If I hear you
Yeah.
moving, no more.
Overthinking it. Overthinking
I am
it.
not your Xenos pet, monkey.
You're going to bleed to death, so you're not a problem. Mop-up time. You're absolutely right, Crabs, at this point, isn't it? Friendly Warden's pitching in. Oh, Lord, here comes Abelard.
At your beck and call.
Not a chance. Not a bloody chance. I don't think Toolbox can actually make it to the party. Yes, he can! Yes, he can! And we're not giving this guy a turn, so... just because I don't want to. Boop! Anyway. So about the incredibly rude attack that was just perpetrated on us, very briefly. Like, that Lady Navigator didn't even get to give her reasoning for why she attacked us. Oh, maybe she will now. Mercy! The Lady Navigator covers her face with her disfigured scaly hands, each with an extra finger and conjoined phalangeal bones. Her clothes are covered in blood, mostly that of your servants. No, it's not. She did nothing. And several unexploded bolts are sticking out of her chest plate. Rogue Trader, whether on purpose or out of ignorance, you are harbouring a monster that is cunningly pretending to be an innocent maid. Spare me, and I, Alina Heteria Orselio, will swear to tell you the whole truth about the madness that is devouring House Orselio like a malignant tumour. Do not let the Regent deceive you with honeyed lies, lest the cursed child ruin your protectorate as well. You see rage and despair in the Lady Navigator's face, but neither is directed at you. Your fate will be decided during the trial. Thank you for your lenience. Still going to die, though. This trial is going to be an absolute farce, I promise. The unnaturally bulbous eyes of the Navigator constantly shift between you and Cassia. Black secretions run down her cheeks instead of tears, leaving unsightly streaks. I, Alina Hateria of House Orselio, swear to tell the Rogue Trader nothing but the truth. May the God Emperor be my witness. Pathetic. Silence! With all due respect, House Orselio has hardly covered itself in glory thus far today. It is time its representatives answered before the Rogue Trader. Jesus Christ. And there is just... do you know what? I'm not listening. I'm just going to kill them all. That's an option. Regent Oronto. Much like what Abba's hammer will turn him into. Yeah, exactly. Regent Oronto, representatives of your house made an attempt on Lady Cassia's life and attacked a Rogue Trader. Rogue Trader, House Orselio humbly asks for your lenience and forgiveness. We could not even imagine these vile rats could be scurrying among our ranks. As for them sneaking into the Rogue Trader's palace and staging an unthinkable crime, God Emperor be our witness, the accursed renegades seek to spark a feud between our houses. I don't think Oronto's a bad guy. He wasn't out to kill Cassia. I think we need to hear from Alina. I believe you, and yet this is now the second attempt that's been made on Cassia's life. I need answers. We're ready to tell you everything we know so that this misunderstanding can be remedied as quickly as possible. Tell me about the renegades. They are madmen who seek to destroy the centuries-old traditions of our great house, so carefully nurtured by the previous novator Tisiphone Orselio. They deem the century of her rule a tyranny, and our most sacred relic a curse that must be destroyed. Fools! If the Atlas were to be destroyed, the whole of House Orselio would follow it into oblivion. Why do they seek to destroy the house's relic? They dread her power, for only a novator can fully grasp the mysteries and harness the power of the Starway Atlas. What the renegades call a leash, we call a guiding star. And why are people trying to kill Cassia? Everyone in the house knows that the child is the keeper of the one true Starway Atlas, which once belonged to our great novator Tisiphone Orselio. The ungrateful wretches secretly hated her grace, and when Tisiphone had abdicated her responsibilities and set off for parts unknown, they staged a revolt to destroy her successor. Does Cassia really carry the Atlas? We believe it with all our heart. The novator spent many cycles on the world where the child was born. It is said that everyone who witnessed the miracle of her birth simultaneously departed for a destination known only to the novator. Tisiphone gave the order and followed them soon after. Hey? Okay, that's a bit concerning. leaving her precious gift, the Atlas, to Cassia, and therefore marking her as her successor. So yeah, chat, we're seeing some power fluctuations, specifically in the room that Hue of Fun is in. But yeah, if we cut off suddenly, that'll be why. Is it worth checking the news? Like local grid news, as it were. What do you know about Cassia's unbridled power? A special gift for a special child. She was born with it and grew up under its influence. The instability sometimes hampered her education, but we learned to prevent most outbursts. As long as the child remains calm and remains in seclusion, the powers cannot take hold of her mind. It looks like House Orcelio has fallen on hard times. To call your statement false would be a lie. If it's more isolated to one room, there's more of a chance of it being related to outlets/accessories. Have we tried turning the room off and on again, says Elcraps. I don't know. For many years we managed to maintain the fragile balance within our house, but then the Novator's departure shook the faith of many. The treasury is empty, the navigators are scattered, the warp routes are scrambled, and many of our allies cannot be reached, which is why it is so important to complete the child's education. It is Cassia's duty to take Tisiphone's place and lead the house to prosperity, such is her great destiny. I think I've heard enough. Lady Alina, what do you have to say? I do not know what it is you wish to learn, but I will start from the very beginning. A long time ago, Tisiphone ascended to the throne of Orcelio. She was a daring novator who brought part of the house to the Expanse, hoping to strengthen our position in the Imperium. The house prospered, but Tisiphone was never satisfied. She went mad in her pursuit of power, seeking more influence, more control, and she saw enemies everywhere, even among her loyal followers. Paranoia was slowly driving Tisiphone insane, and one day she created the Starway Atlas, a relic that is implanted in our bodies at birth, a noose around our necks, our gift and damnation. Tisiphone used the Atlas to control us, subdue our will, and mould our thoughts. If anyone put a toe out of line, she killed them with a glance. At first, many branches... Oh, so there are some power issues in the region. Okay, so there are some local power issues. Yeah, it would be surges related to stuff like that. Okay. At first, many branches of House Orcelio tried to resist her tyranny, and Tisiphone cut them down with extreme brutality. For example, the entire Sitala branch was destroyed simply because its leaders asked too many questions about the Atlas and wanted to know the truth about its creation. I understand Tisiphone's transgressions, but what does any of that have to do with Lady Cassia? Tisiphone passed her Atlas on to her successor before fleeing the house, to a newborn child. We could not surrender the throne to the tyrant's creature. Tisiphone was cunning and treacherous. She must have hatched the entire plan beforehand. Her disappearance, the child, the transfer of the leash, we feared that one day she would be reborn in Cassia's body, and we could not let that happen. You called Cassia a monster because of Tisiphone's Atlas? Largely, yes, but there is more. Have you never felt pure, unadulterated disgust while standing close to her? Or perhaps fury or fear? Who but a monster would manipulate the minds and feelings of others, even more so than Tisiphone herself did? But why didn't you attack before? Why now? Tisiphone always had plenty of opponents, but we were afraid to trust one another. Any of us could be spying for her followers. We saved our strength and dealt the first blow 5 years after the heir was born, striking at one of the estates on Air TV. But the girl survived, and Regent Toronto hid her so far away and guarded so thoroughly it took us another 13 years to find her, and then another 2 to get into the Regent's good graces and reach Urak 5. Now Cassia is in the spotlight, and the House Council is about to put her on the throne. Surely there is no better time to cut off the serpent's head. So you admit Regent Toronto was not aware of the assassination attempt? Regent Toronto is guilty of mass killings, intimidation, inhuman torture, abetting Tisiphone, and raising her heir. His crimes are many, but this one is not among them. I'd love to see his head on the chopping block, but honour prohibits me from slandering him in a trial before the rogue trader. What else is Tisiphone guilty of? Weakened the dynasty, and not long ago the Novator vanished. Indeed, her loyal followers lie when they say she chose to retire. The truth is, nobody knows the truth. I hope she's rotting away on one of her secret worlds. Alina finishes with a sneer. I think I've heard enough. Lady Cassia, you too are an injured party in this. What would you do in my place? If I may speak, so many dirty colours have poured from the mouths of those present, I feel covered in filth from head to toe. I, as the future Novator, I want to bleach them, purify them, and let them go. Heed me, I am the one to blame for what happened today, and I accept full responsibility for the actions of my house. Vile wretch, who do you think you are? Will you now start killing those who have displeased you as Tisiphone did before you? The fury on Alina's face gives way to desperation once she realises what she just said. She slowly reaches for the Atlas embedded in her chest, looking at Cassia with obvious fear. Hear us, child. This burden is too heavy for you to shoulder alone. You're not yet ready. I implore you. To settle this conflict, I offer the rogue trader a 100-year contract with House Orselio, committing us to charting the shortest and safest routes for the Von Valentius Protectorate within the Coronis Expanse. I will also remain aboard the rogue trader's vessel and assist him until he decides otherwise, or until duty to the house summons me to the Novator's seat. What are you going to do to Lady Alina? The esteemed regent will put Lady Alina and her people in one of our family jails. She is a House Orselio navigator after all. There is no need for our precious blood to be spilt. Lady Alina stares at Cassia incredulously with bulging eyes, but remains silent. Her hand restlessly caresses the spot where her atlas is embedded. I accept your offer. Thank you, in the toolbox. I mean, rogue trader. So be it. We failed to notice that our child had grown up and become strong. You may stay with the rogue trader until the house summons you. His influence is anomalous, but it has served to bring out Blessed Tisephane's most precious talent, the talent of leadership. Rogue Trader, we are now bound by the terms of the contract. Your representatives may contact House Orselio at any time, and we will respond. And one more thing. Protect the child like the apple of your eye. Remember that you have the future novator of a Navis Nobilite house aboard your vessel. Okay. I feel like that was a good outcome. Because we basically let Cassia speak for her house, take responsibility as the house, and got us a sweet deal with 100 years of free navigators for the whole protectorate. And also she's staying on the ship until such time as she's needed. So, there's a lot of blood in the throne room. Can someone get a mop? Can someone please go and get a mop? This is terrible. It's all in the rug and no one's cleaning it out. That is going to stain. That's never coming out. That's never coming out. Guaranteed. Can you imagine how much baking soda you're going to need to... Crazy. Characteristics. Let's have some strength to put that up to 60. And mutant rides for all. Oh dear. Brutal Hunter. Deathworld characters gain 15% crit chance against targets with the bleeding effect, or 50% or less of their max wounds. Interesting. I want power armor proficiency, because ultimately I'm going to be a power armored nutcase. Maybe it's worth picking that up now, because I'd like to think, considering the next planet we need to go to is Kiava Gamma, which is our fabrication world, basically like our forge world. If we're going to find some nice power armor anywhere, it's going to be there, right?
Fuse box.
The fuse box.
One of the switches is on off.
Does it say which one?
Well, no, because you knew the cover.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of, everything's on in the house, so maybe check the garage. Is the only thing I can think of. It might, keep in mind, it might be an unused fuse as well. Okay. Good times, hooray. I don't think there's anything else I want to pick up here. Oh, unless we get another stat. We could do another characteristic increase, couldn't we? Let's grab power armor proficiency, so we've got it. That way I don't forget to get it. Sorry, just quickly, what's tenacity? That was the, yeah, you get a temporary wounds. No, okay, power armor proficiency, there we go. I can now wear... Yes. Oh, bless them. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just going to save my game chat. Because apparently our next door neighbours have no power. Their power is completely off. So, if I disappear very suddenly, that explains it. Right, Jae, as Grand Strategist. You've capped out Fellowship and Ballistic Skill, which are the two that are most important. What's this based off? Intelligence is the other one. Yeah. So let's get some in, because that's going to affect stuff. Worry when 3 doors down has no power. Yeah. Or every house on the close except us. A lot of them don't keep their lights on, that's fair. Yeah. Well, obviously, we'll just keep an eye. See what happens. You'll split between phases. Yeah. Under 40%. Stronger together would give everyone a +5 fellowship? Yes. Yeah, we give everyone +5 fellowship. Not sure that's worth it. Ready to serve. This resolver's increase for a round. God, there really aren't many of these that I want. You know? Common talents is getting a bit naff. Let's just use it to grab some characteristic increases and we can get some more intelligence out of that. Now it's +10. Boop, straight up to 40. Which is good because it's another point of bonus. Abelard needs agility. And nimble for that dodge bonus. Just to turn up the lethality a little bit. Yeah. Nimble is a straight 10% lethality. Basically. There you go. Abelard's made it to 100% dodge while still having 44% armor. That's pretty good, actually, I think. I think that's actually not bad at all. Juliet. How can we make you even more dangerous? Obviously with agility. Clearly. How does this work? Lethality is equal to dodge or dodge reduction. So her lethality is 125%, but I forget how the maths on this works. Lethality divided by 7. Right, so yeah, straight up, more lethality is more bonus damage, and that's the same as lethality divided by 7. Okay, she's got nimble. Can't get that again. Can she do any crazy Eldari stuff? She can. Oh, that's for her in my sights ability. Costs only 1 AP. Adds additional armor pen equal to perception percentage. 70% armor pen. Oh damn! And another 65% dodge reduction. Like so, that's her her special ability where she makes an attack at the start of the next turn, and it gives it massive like reductions. But I'm just not seeing it being useful. Agility. Just keep turning up the lethality as much as possible. 130% dodge means that this kill shot's now at +18 and 18% bonus, which is pretty big. Bounty Hunter. I'm not really very keen on this guy at this point, I'm afraid. Get some intelligence on him. He's got Melter Weapon Expert. Yep, adds to the max damage. Heavy Weapon Proficiency. That's what he needs. That's what he needs. And Cassia, our master tactician, who has all the willpower she can lay her filthy mittens on, so a bit more fellowship then, because that affects her. Can she get another willpower bonus here? Nope. Lethality is dodge or dodge reduction. Then perception and dodge reduction might be good for snipers. Yes, that is true. However, and I will specifically say this, it's been easier so far to gain dodge, and dodge has the additional bonus. I mean, she's at 130% dodge right now. It's really hard to hit her. And that dodge bonus is still buffing her damage by a huge amount. So, is Agi also ballsack skill? No, they're separate. They are definitely separate. She can get one of these. I just realised. I've not had one of these for a little while. Tonicity. +1 damage for every 5 bonus characteristic on her staff. That's good. The one at the bottom is actually really good. Guide of Souls. Starts all turns, including extra turns, with +3 movement. And the first ally targeted each turn by her gets it as well. So that's really good. Targeted by the navigator's power again, plus 10% armor. It doesn't say for only a certain number of rounds. Okay. +5 to fellowship, an additional +1 for every navigator talent and or navigator powers. +21 fellowship. Yeah, that's fair. Yes, sure. Give me one moment, chat. Right. Yeah, do we think that runs out? Like, if I keep casting it on the same person, can we stack armor? Unblinking stare. Threads and faults. Okay. Yeah, guide of... Actually... I've had a thought, chat. I've had a cunning plan. This thing, Notch of Purpose. You can force an enemy to move by 4 cells. And if we also take... Do you know what, though? Why? When I can hit them with eye lasers. Why? There's no point. Just give myself more movement to get into position for better shots. There we go. And what I will just do is we're going to go to Pascal. We're going to say, hey, Pascal. Multi-melter. Boom. Look at that beast. Pascal is ready to throw down now. Nice. Right, so we're going to go and find our last planet and see if we can liberate that. And we're going to do that next week. We're going to finish a bit early tonight, chat, with all these power fluctuations going on. And this seems like a good place to finish anyway. I'm going to go and make sure that we're prepared in case that happens to us as well. So come over to the Just Chatting page. I'll tell you what we've got coming up.